let's see how this is gonna go, because again, I'm a little bit worried. This is a pretty fast game, and it is also, you know, an older game, obviously, as you can very clearly tell. It's an old game, so the graphics are already kind of pixely and already kind of not great. So if things get extra pixely because of the low bit rate, if it's, you know, hard to see things, and the games and the stream is just not happening tonight, then we might just cancel and try again tomorrow. Also, I think regardless of how tonight goes, I think tomorrow morning I'll go ahead and call my ISP again and inform them that the problem has continued to persist, and maybe request a new modem, because I know Bro Guy said he had a similar problem. He has the same ISP that I do, and he lives in the same region. He was saying that, yeah, he had to get a new modem when his upload started to shit the bed. Some shady stuff. Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think it's the provider side. I think it's something with my connection, whether it be something with the outside line, something with, I mean, I guess I could try experimenting with different Ethernet cords as well, because I have a few other Ethernet cords I could experiment with if need be. So there's a few other things I could try when it comes down to it, but my my inclination tells me that it might be, since my modem is pretty old. It wouldn't shock me if it was time to replace it. I think there was bad guys in here, right? Okay, I guess not. I thought there was like sea monsters in the water, but I see no monsters. I just see normal monster friends over here. Looks like she's not wearing pants. She is wearing pants. Well, I mean, I wouldn't hold it against them if they were not wearing pants. Far be it for me to accost someone for their viable choice of choosing not to wear pants. Well, those guys over there. Actually, I have much more green magic, so I'll use green magic for a bit. And it usually one-shots these guys, although it seems like you need some splash damage for that to happen as well. If they were wearing pants, that's right, Arctic. That's correct. You tell them. Say, how dare you? I mean, it's, you know, it's their choice. You know, it's their body. They can choose what to and to not put over their butts. But I can judge them for it still, so it still counts. Alright, so there's a path that way. Also looks like a friend decided to spawn behind us. There we go. And of course, yes, more blood dripping from the dead bodies above us. And it's actually kind of cool, like, because the blood drips down, I don't even notice them half the time. But then when that happens, I go, oh, right, that's there. Which is, you know, an environmental, maybe not storytelling, but environmental ambience. Then at the tunes, man. Yeah, you don't wanna give the wrong impression. That's correct. So I need the axe key. Now, to be clear, is the axe key just a giant axe with which you can break down the door? Because if so, then every axe could be an axe key. Comes down to it. Looks like the upload rate is more or less holding steady with what I've put it. Well, actually, I say that as I look over, I see it fluctuate from 4,000 down to 2,900, 2,800. So it seems like my internet is just like varying wildly, which is strange. I might try upping the ante slightly in a bit. In fact, let's go and try that now. Up it slightly. Now that the game is running, I'm wondering if that would make it upsetty, not spaghetti. Try 3,200 instead of 3,100. So up it like little by little in small bite-sized increments. Feel free to let me know if the internet, if the stream quality-wise is not looking great. If it's like, if you're having a hard time seeing things, it's getting really pixely. The game is already kind of pixely, but if it's like extra pixely tonight, I should clarify, if the game's or the stream's quality is not up to snuff, I mean that visually, of course. I mean, you know, if you're coming for really high octane, like high quality stream content, and you're here, then you might be setting yourself up for disappointment just in a normal sense. But if it's worse than usual, there we go. That's the distinction. Using a lot of green magic. They got this man trapped in a cage of emotion. It's not exactly a glass case of cage of emotion. Finding these guys is no fun. You gotta play the timing game and also just try to guess when they're gonna hit you with the shield. Interesting that killing bad guys does sometimes open doors. I had at one point pondered out loud if that was a thing that this game could do, but I didn't think that it was. Also, I have way too many items in the inventory. Looks like it's true. Sometimes killing bad guys can actually do things, like unlock doors and such. Whoa, that's a notification of our friend George rating us. Thank you very much, Mr. George. How you doing, buddy? Don't mind us. We're just suffocating an enemy to death with a... because I farted right there. That's what that is. Actually, it's a choking gas potion, but it's more fun to say that it was me, that I farted. It's good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Thank you to George. Oh, let me add some stuff to the counter. There we go. Do the shout out for our friend, Mr. George. Of the jungle variety, of course. Doing some cat saves Halloween. I was lurking in your stream a little bit earlier after Emma had raided you. And I was just kind of lurking while I was doing work stuff. And I was listening to you play the game. And I watched a little bit from time to time. And yes, was very impressed by this cat game. It's cool that the developer was in the chat with you. That looked very fun and very silly. Some similar energy to the that frog adventure, the frog venture game that you guys played a few weeks ago during your 12-hour streamathon. So that was pretty cool. And it seems that you are a streamer who's very much does well with like the weird semi-obscure stuff. Oh, that's Death. Oh, very good. See, that's the thing, man. You see a cool little... whoops, wrong level, or wrong save rather. You see a cool little spot like this and you go, oh cool, this must lead to something fun. It just leads to death. But anyway, no, I appreciate that you play some weird and some small and like indie games, George. I like it, man. Much as I love watching the Valorant and the Animal Crossings and the Stardew Valleys, I like the weird shit. I'm a weird shit kind of guy through and through. Speaking of which, we're playing Hexen. This is an old game. This came out in '96, I think. It is a Doom-like. So if you've ever played the original Doom games, same engine, same, different developer, but same publisher. So a lot of the same kinds of stuff you'd expect, but it's more Dungeons and Dragons and Lord of the Rings, more like swords and magic, less guns and that kind of stuff. And the butt raid, that's right. Thank you for raiding my butt. You can raid my ass any day of the week. Okay, what's that about, man? One thing I will say about this game, and I like this game, this comes from a place of love. Sometimes this game is bullshit because, okay, that right there, that's I wouldn't even call that a trap. That's just here's a hole, what's in it, it leads to death. But this right here, you know, you play Doom, you play Heretic, you play these old school games, and you see a switch in the wall, and you go, oh cool, a switch, I wonder what this do, what this mouth do. You press the switch, and it leads to fucking death? You kidding me? How are you supposed to know that? So that is one thing I'll say about this game. I loved Heretic, this game's predecessor. However, this game is much more player unfriendly because the level layout is wild and weird and very labyrinthine from time to time. And then you get shit like that, where that switch is just a death switch, which is just some bullshit, honestly. That's some heckin' bullshit, man. Like the weird shit, absolutely. Actually, to your point, George, we've got an Extra Life Marathon coming up November 6th, which will be not this coming Saturday or the next Saturday, but the Saturday after that. And I've got a long list of games queued up, some of which are recognizable games, but the majority of them are gonna be small, weird indie games, kind of like what you've been playing. So I've definitely been in a weird game mood as of late. And I got some weird shit queued up, and also some spooky stuff. Since it's a 24-hour stream, there'll be daylight hours as well as nighttime hours. So for the nighttime hours, we'll do some spooky games. And then also some weird spooky games. Also, Chismosa, thank you for joining in as well. I enjoyed your the tea. That's right, you had some tea to spill in Emma's stream earlier, which was fun. Or at least it was fun hearing about it. The actual situation was not fun. But yes, but Chismos, you got the intel. You got the deep intel. Death is not fun. Death by snooze too. That's right. That's right. What's up, Mini Rose? Good to see you, friend. Rose, were you streaming tonight as well? And of course, I know George was streaming. You'll be there for George. That's sweet of you to say, but I always make sure to let people know that, you know, when it comes to Extra Life Marathons, of course, I enjoy them. You know, deeply and selfishly, I enjoy them. Oh, okay, now we're down here. Oh, good. Yes, very good. Very good, yep. Very good. That's very good. So, it seems like this level is really, when I said this game is sometimes player unfriendly with its design, apparently this level in particular is spicy. Good to know that when you go down that way, there's bad guys waiting for you. So it's a save early, save often kind of thing. But no, just to finish the thought though, I always try to make it clear that whenever I'm doing the marathon streams. I always want to make sure people know I'm the only person that has to stay up for the full 24 hours. I mean, you know, oh god. Wait, so this bed is trapped as well. Is there something behind the wall? No, just death. Just death. All right, so everything in this room is cursed and or riddled with traps, which is some bullshit. Some gosh darn bullshit, if you ask me. So that is nothing. The only place to go is this little room down there. And these had nothing in them, I think. Let's double check. Yeah, they had nothing in them. And of course, that might actually have something legit. We need the dungeon key. I guess we have to go through the dungeon first. Hello, Sakitty. Good to see you, friend. Death at the side of... Yeah. Usually death is just an entree, but in this case, it's a full-course meal, if you can believe it. I'm going to up the bitrate again and see if it is okay with that. If my stream is okay with that, because for those who don't know, I've been having some internet issues lately with my upload rate. Usually I can stream at about 6,000 kilobits per second, and lately I've had to lower it to 4,000, and tonight I'm having to lower it to 3,000 because my internet is really struggling. So we're having to experiment. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to back up. Oh wait, was it here or was it... Oh, it was this one here. Because that's how we got here. Okay, that's right. Yeah, this is the way to go. I'm gonna fire one of these in there. And that will Shrek those guys for us, which is nice. That'll shred them pretty gosh darn well. Now we can go down and clean up whatever's left. And presumably this is how we get back. I'm guessing that's what Switch does. Yeah, that's what that Switch does. Alright, cool. But yeah, like I said, we're playing Hexen. This is an old game. If you've ever seen Doom 1 or Doom 2, like the original games, same engine, same publisher, and same general gameplay loop, but instead of shotguns and like firearms, that kind of stuff, it's more spells and magic and dungeons and dragons and wizards and shit like that. There are still demons, just like there are demons in Doom, but this one it's more fantasy, whereas Doom is more sci-fi, kind of, sort of. It's 6,000, yeah. Yeah, I think what I'm experiencing is something that is more to do with maybe my mode or maybe my router. You might have heard me saying that earlier when people were entering from the raid. Checking the walls as well. Is anything out here? It's weird to have a room like this that leads to nothing. Usually this goes somewhere. Also, do not adjust your television sets. That is a weird thing. Whenever this game is very old. One of the first, like, first-person shooters after Doom to come out. So Doom was technically in some ways a two-dimensional game, which is evident by the fact that there was no jump button, no crouch button, and if you were standing on a platform like that and shooting forward and there was a bad guy underneath you, you would shoot them. And like if there was a bad guy, if you were standing up here and there was a bad guy right here, they'd be able to attack you with melee attacks, even though, you know, in the game you were like, you had a wall separating you. Not a wall separating you, but a gap of air separating you. It meant that bad guys could still reach you. So Doom was technically a two-dimensional game. However, with this game and other subsequent id engine games, they were able to add jump buttons and that kind of thing. However, this game I don't think had a native look up, look down button. So since I'm playing through a custom engine, the look up and look down is a little bit disorienting. It's a little fucky. So first-person shooters have come a long way since the early days of the Doom engine, id engine games. Anyway, it looks like that's as far as we can go here. I don't know what else could be done here. I'm like checking for extra little secret walls, that kind of thing. This looks a little suspicious. This kind of like two-tone thing here. But if you hear me walk up to a wall and grunt profusely, it's not because I'm humping the wall. It's because that's the noise that you've attempted some kind of input, some kind of activation, and nothing happened. So, however, if I go up to something and there is an action, like this for instance, it doesn't grunt, it just makes the thing happen. Anyway, let's keep exploring. But thank you again for that raid, George. George is, for those who don't know, is a fellow streamer friend. He's a friend of Persemoni's, who raided us just yesterday as well. Friend of Gobby's. So he's kind of involved in the kind of fun little community of streamers that we're friends with, which is great. And like I said, he's a good dude. Streams a lot of cool games, a lot of weird, small, goofy indie games, which are always a lot of fun to watch. And it's nice to see that he's getting into streaming more. In fact, I think George just recently made affiliate, I think. So he's fresh on the streamer market, and he's doing a very good job, and we're all very proud of him. He's a good boy. Have a great night, though, Chismos. Thank you for joining in. And thank you again for sharing your sharing your tea with us earlier during Persemoni's stream. It's always a pleasure. And Chismosa is always very, very kind and generous. Anytime I pop into any of the streams that she's in, she's always like, hey, it's the guy with the nice voice. It's like, oh, it's really sweet. That makes me feel nice. She's a nice person. Aspect ratio, yeah, it gets a little bit fucky. That's the other thing too. This is a 4:3 ratio game, and you can tell we're playing in glorious widescreen. So this game it does not play nicely in widescreen out of the box. But that's the glory of playing games like Doom 1 and Doom 2 and Heretic and Hexen. Playing these games with a custom engine like GZDoom, or regular ZDoom. Some kind of custom engine allows for widescreen functionality and other just nifty conveniences. The big weapon there, yes, that's pretty much the BFG. Yeah, this guy right here, it's the top weapon for the class that you're playing as. In this case, you're playing as the cleric, as the stream title indicates. But yeah, it's the best weapon we could hope for, and it is the equivalent of the BFG. It's quite good, and it is quite big, and it is fucking. Now that was quite the noise. What did I just do? I went up and pressed... Oh, it looks like this... Oh, wait, hold on. Is that how we got here? Yeah, that's how we got here. Never mind. It's like I pressed one of the bookcases, and it made a cool noise. I think that might mean that a boss got summoned somewhere. Yeah. Oh, interesting. So it summoned forth some baddies. Yeah, that noise, I thought meant like a special thing has summoned, but if it's just these guys, they're not that special. They are annoying, but not particularly special. Trying to conserve my ammo as well, because ammo is, of course, a finite resource, and bad guys do continue to spawn. So unfortunately, it's one of those games where if you dilly-dally, the game will spawn more bad guys just on top of you, so you gotta keep the ball rolling. There it goes. 1 month affiliate, that's awesome, man. 1 month today specifically, that's exciting, dude. What are some other things you plan on streaming, Mr. George? Also, Augusta, thank you for jumping in as well. Good dude. What level is this? This is that's a good question. Can I see what level this is? Map 23 Gibbet, apparently. This is the final, it's part of the final hub world, and I don't remember what it's called. Yorick's Skull, interesting. I don't remember what the final hub world is called, but last night we finished up... Oh, I can't remember what it was called. Something's... Oh, fuck, what's it called? I can't remember what it was called. It was like the name of a creature and their sanctum, or their sanctuary, their domain. Now, there's a word for it. I can't remember what it was called, but it like we were in some character name. It's a name I'd never heard before. I can't remember what it's called. We were in. We finished up that level. This character's name's area, or their domain, or what have you. And then we did the level after that, and now this, I think, is the final level, I believe. Anyway, so I've tried kind of putzing around here with other bookcases, but nothing else is happening, so I'm just gonna continue. And sure enough, they've spawned more bad guys to replace the ones we've killed. Let's go up this way then. There's a few other spots to check. It seems like this area was pretty much dead ends, but maybe there's more where that came from. And thank you for joining in as well, Sick Kids. Good to see you as well. Walking Dead VR game. Oh, that'd be cool. And more Cat Saves Halloween. That's a good point too, because we have Halloween times approaching very soon. 'Tis the season to be spooky, and that is always a good call, I would say. See, if you have other like kind of fun Halloween spooky games you have on your radar. And you probably already know this, George, but for those who don't know, oh gosh, for those who don't know, when it comes to weird indie games and like weird kind of small, silly, obscure games, I can tell you one of my favorite places to look for such things is itch.io. It is a competitor to Steam and Epic Game Stores, Epic Game Store rather. It is a game platform, store platform, so a digital platform, I guess you would say, digital storefront. And unlike Steam and Epic Game Store and some of these bigger ones, it is kind of catered specifically to the indie game market. You might get more larger games on there, like Night in the Woods and Sky Rogue and some of these other like bigger indie games you can buy on itch.io, but it's mostly there, or mostly used at least, by the super obscure indie crowd. So if you like the weird, small, completely inane nonsense games, there's some searing hot meme games on itch.io, and that's where I've been sourcing a lot of my weird game choices. This is not a weird game choice. This is a pretty, like, it's an old game, but it's not weird in the sense of like the cursed shit that I'm thinking of when it comes to like the indie sphere. These guys are annoying because they launch projectiles of their own and they can reflect yours. That's right, and that's right, we have tomes as well. That's a good point too. If nothing else, I could always go back to that room and maybe try using the books on those bookcases, because I think we still have them. Yeah, we do still have them. Oh, we don't. Oh, maybe it automatically used them in the previous area then. Well, heck, maybe that's why it made a weird noise. Maybe that was us placing the books. So maybe what I need to do then is look for maybe a third book somewhere. I'm gonna save because this looks rather ominous. Because yeah, I think we got those in the previous level, and I think it carried them forward. Although now I'm not so sure. Now I'm like doubting myself. In fact, let's load, and that would be this one when we first entered. Yeah, we had them. We started the level. Okay, so we had the tomes. We started the level. So we used them in the little library area. My Abandonware. Yeah, another good example. Another good example of, excuse me, of some weird and sometimes forgotten games, but hard to get them to run on your computer. That's the thing. Sometimes Abandonware games are hard to get running, or they were great in Windows XP and Windows 98, but they're harder for anything after Windows Vista. So sometimes getting them to run well on modern operating systems can be a chore. What's up, Kubo? It's good to see you, bud. Ever used Time Warp on the game? Time Warp on the game. Oh, you mean, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like the Time Warp scan. That's a really good question. Let me think about that. I certainly have not. Would I be able to? Actually, kind of curious. Maybe go in under filters, FX filters. Let's see. Time Warp scan. Yeah, you could do it on the game. So here, let's do a quick test. Time Warp scan. This is gonna look like shit, probably. Oh, hold up. Oh, fuck, that didn't count. I need to be moving around first. All right, hold on. Give me 1 sec. It's gonna look like shit, but I'm curious. Let's try that again. Let's do this in a case where I'm a little bit more set up for it. So here we go. Time Warp scan. Coming in hot. Here we go. It's gonna be weird. There we go. It's definitely weird, alright. Like, it was already looking strange. Yep, it looks like shit. Yeah, that's about how I expected. It looks like shit. So that much was pretty much how I'd hoped it would be. Good to know that it's a possibility, though. It's kind of nice. Alright, I still wanted to check the rest of these stained glass windows. So we activated that thing, whatever it did. That's the thing, too. This is one of those games where games back in this era did it all the time. You would press a button or flip a switch, and you would hear a noise, but you wouldn't. There would be no indication as to what the thing did. So, like, you would do a thing, and the game would just be like, good job. And you'd be like, what happened? And the game would be like, I don't know. You go figure it out, smiley face. It would be, there'd be no cutscene. There'd be no, like, unless you could, like, physically see the door open or like, maybe hear it in the other room. You would just hear a thing happen, and you wouldn't have much more to go by, unfortunately. Garfield 2 works super well, even with controller support. See, there you go. Sometimes you get those hidden gems that do work great out of the starting gate, which is awesome. Yeah, it works, it functions flawlessly, which it means you can flawlessly see the many flaws. Anytime it would be worthwhile. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like I hadn't really considered adding it for the channel point incentives, just because, yeah, I don't think there'd really be a lot to get out of such things. Also, can I break the glass up here? Looks like I don't think I can. Let's try this one. See, it even looks like a torch, kind of, sorta. I was thinking maybe the flames would do it. Oh, hello. I wonder if he didn't like it that I was trying to shoot that shit. I have a feeling he's probably always been there. I'm gonna go on a... Oh, boy. Okay, never mind. I was about to say I'm gonna try something here. There we go. So let's try this. Okay, that was a stretch. I was thinking maybe that'll do it. Of course, that used a lot of ammo, so we have to be careful now. I don't want to overextend. Somewhere, somehow, we did a thing. Yes, that's all the game is willing to tell us. Alright, so I think we have... Wait, have I gone this way yet? I have not. I think this is where I died last time, actually. So I gotta make sure I'm being a good boy, youch, and not getting zapped in the face. Oh, ouch. For a second, I thought there was some infighting. That's why I was hesitating. Oh, there is infighting, maybe. Yeah, they are fighting each other. Nice. I definitely have to encourage this whenever I can. Yeah, they're definitely fighting each other. And whenever that happens, I just gotta let it happen. Just let it play out. There's a lot of dudes. Let's put some choking gas potions down. Because again, I'm trying to be careful about my ammo usage. There we go. Pops them like the weasels that they are. Pop went his weasel. Oh, Jesus. 9 health. Yeah, see why I was just saying earlier how I died in this room previously. Because these guys keep, like, dropping in on us in awkward moments. And they're still fighting amongst each other, but they're having a hard time sealing any deals. They're not getting in a melee range, it seems. Whenever there's infighting like this, we are the victor. Although we gotta be careful, because there's more dudes coming around the bend. Oh, I got by his frickin' fireball. The Slaughter. Or Slaughter, rather. Alright, so we're back here. That's fine, though. I'll use less ammo when I experiment in this area. Also, I like how when you break the stained glass windows, it looks like confetti. And now it's not confetti, but it looks like it is, and that makes me happy. Ouch! Getting shot in the face makes me not happy. That's the thing, too. Sometimes it's hard to tell when they raise their shield if they're going to block or if they're going to shoot. The animation is the same either way. Oh, that's what we get the head for. You put the head on the pedestal. Oh, interesting. God, what did we do? I put the head on the pedestal and now it's all hacked. Oh! Very good. Very good. So now I know when you place the head up on the pedestal, be ready for the earth to crumble. You gotta stay on this main path here. Lest you get bodied like I did. Get bodied or lava'd. Gotta say, I didn't love it. I didn't love it getting lava'd. Gonna try raising the bitrate once again. I'm basically raising it up little by little to see at what point does it start to break OBS and make it sad. I have a vested interest in not making OBS sad if I can help it. So let's go ahead and break all these before I place the pedestal. Let me know what that does. Oop. Got his ass, nice. Did we solve the book puzzle? I think we did. It might have been like right when you joined Ogaso, or maybe like shortly before you joined. Because there was a room where there was a bunch of books and bookshelves, and when I pressed the use button on a few of the bookshelves, there we go, it made a really cool sounding noise, like not the usual activation noise, but like a really special activation noise, and I got very excited. And it didn't seem to do much. Like, there was a special activation noise, and a few bad guys popped up, but then nothing else happened. I think that might have, like, caused a thing to happen in one of the other rooms. So that's what we're trying to investigate. Like, we do a thing in a room, And we get an encouraging sounding noise, but no indication of what happened. Every once in a blue moon, it might even tell us in like what's the word? In a command prompt message, or in a log message rather. It might tell us you activated 1/7 of the puzzle or something like that. You might get something along those lines, but other than that, it's pretty meager. So this game is very archaic and hard to suss out sometimes. This is a tough place to be because we're surrounded by bad guys, and there's these fire boys, these fire lads that are just trying to spawn a bunch of shit. I'm gonna put that right there. Try and capture their asses, and also because I'm getting a little bit low on ammo. Oh, it's a specific order? Oh, interesting, because yeah, either I lucked out and I just happened to do so in the right order, or something like after you failed the attempt, you don't get to try it again, because yeah, like it used the books. So whatever I did, we can't go back now. We have to commit to our actions. Yes, succumb to the sickness. Pretty sick. I think 3 of them too. My goodness, love to see it. It made me a little bit nervous though. I only had 2 books, and these things so oftentimes happen in 3s. I was thinking for sure there's a 3rd book I have to get somewhere, somehow, somewhere, but it never happened. So I just assumed that we're good, that we Gucci gang. This is the farthest I've made it in this area. I keep dying in this area, it seems. He's gonna start shooting shit at me. I know it. I can smell it. Whoa, shit. Okay, that was someone else's. Whoa! Someone else's rock that was cooking. God damn it. This room sucks, man. There's bad guys, there's crushing pillars. This place has everything that I don't want and then some. Oh, that was the... Okay, that was the head. So what you're saying is that the books give good head. Book gives good head, tell a friend. So good, that comes down and crushes you. There's just nowhere to run, nowhere to stand safely in this area. It's just full of bullshit. There we go. Just pops them like flesh balloons. Except now I have to wait for that to go away, so I guess I'll awkwardly stand here and take a sip of my beverage. Right, OBS is hanging in there. Alright, so we're gonna up it by 100 then. It's little by little. Bring it up to 35. We'll leave it at 3,500. That's where we'll leave it. So I feel like any more than that is probably pushing it. Pushing it real good. We have 30 blue ammo left. And more infighting, I think. I think that's what's happening. Which again is something I'm happy to encourage. I think these guys won. Seems like every time I turn the corner, there's a new centaur lad waiting for us. Waiting to party with us, so it seems like they are... I don't think they're actually infinitely spawning. I think it's just there's a big old pile of them. But man, that's annoying. And they don't seem to want to commit. They like to stand in the periphery and kind of tease. If they were to come towards us, I'd be able to hit him with the gas portion like that. But instead we have to bring the party to them. Spawning bad guys behind us as well. I'm constantly trying to check my 6 here because this place is scary. Scary and not nice. Alright, so we know that leads to Crush a Nation. In fact, I should save because this area is mean and not nice and it makes me cry. Nope, not that one, this one. But thank you, Elgausa, for looking up the book solution, or if you just knew it off the top of your head. But regardless, thank you for supplying that information, because yeah, I was one of that earlier and I kind of forgot about it, but you're reminding me of it is, I can like resolve it in my brain. I can kind of move that into the done zone. Looked it up earlier, yeah. Yeah, it's something that I would have probably forgotten about had you not mentioned it. So I appreciate like knowing that I can rest easy. Can I break these things through the bars? Yes, I can. Now, would breaking them do anything? I mean, it probably doesn't, but it'll make me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm doing something, which is nice. Do I want to figure it out? I'm guessing it, like you'd said, it probably spawned the head that we then placed on the statue. But if it did other things, then I'll hope that it'll tell me. Or rather, I'll ask you, Elgaso, do you think I have a chance of figuring it out on my own? Or is it like, is there something that oh, fucking hell, that crushes you as well. But I want the things. Oh my god, yeah, so it just pulps you regardless. So you're not allowed to grab those things then. So we can't go into those pillars to get those secrets. Ouch. Unless it's like a lore explanation, because yeah, it also summons some bad guys. So maybe there's like a lore explanation to those books being significant in some way. There's nothing else up here. After killing so many bad guys and doing so much tomfoolery and bullshittery. All these eliminated they are, I think. So we can't stand on any of them. It would be a bad time. I'm curious, what's down here? Oh, was I not supposed to come down here? Oh shit, I might have done a big old goof. I think I did a big old goof. I think I was not supposed to come down here. Because in the main game, you're not allowed to crouch, or there is no crouch button. Oh. I'm going to kill this last dude. I bet there's a way to drop down into that little area. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that at some point. Spell the name Korax. Oh, interesting. That was the boss in Heretic. Yeah, that sounds familiar. I think I looked it up some weeks ago. I think the whole big bad guy situation is that in Heretic you fight Korax. In this game you fight I can't remember his name, but the second of like the three evil brothers, evil broskies. And then in Hexen 2, I think, you fight the third brother or something. Or maybe it's in the expansion to this game. But somewhere along the way, yeah, you fight the third big bad. Is it Borax? And then in the third game, you fight Clorox. And then in Heretic 3, Hexen 2, you fight Botox. And then you fight their son, Lunchbox. Also, there's a button there. Oh, I never took the teleport either, for that matter. So there's other things to try. Look at the water's kind of swirled around this. Oh. Wasn't expecting it to teleport me. Alright, hold up. I want to try a few things. So that puts us... that, like, I think is what we're supposed to do. Maybe we'll come back to this area, I'm guessing? I feel like there's still unresolved questions, and I'm also curious about that teleport. Oxyclox, that's right. And then we fight Snorlax, that's right. Yeah, Snorlax is the next one. Oh, that's just the previous area. Okay. Alright, so that explains that then. So the previous area. Nothing else here, I don't think. Just fucked up that statue for no reason. So I'm guessing then we'll press the switch. It'll take us to the next area. And then we will probably come back at some point because there's several keys we never saw. I'm guessing we'll be coming back here at some point. Oxyclock. Oh, it's an OxyClean joke. Interesting. No, I'm a fan of dirty humor. So this OxyClean nonsense is too clean for my tastes. That's okay. I'm not gonna judge. Effluvium. Yeah, that's what this one is. Okay, yeah. Because yeah, each hub world has a distinct name. I think. Each hub world has a distinct name, and I think each level might even have a distinct name. But the hubs definitely do, because the first major area we were in, that was a hub world. Hubba. And I think we technically finished 2 hub worlds last night. We did the big... We finished up the big one that we were in, where we fought that purple demon lad. But then we also did another, like a smaller hub world after that. This is a door that will eventually open. Is that a bad guy? Oh, it's one of those dudes. One of those lads, the swamp beasts. Also, that noise means somebody did a thing. Someone doing a thing on my watch. How dare you? What's up, Gobby? Thank you very much. Subscribing for 6 months. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Thank you very much, my dude. Have a great night. Thank you for resubbing, dude. Completely, as I always make sure, I want to make sure people know that that kind of thing is never required. It's never expected. It's never something that I anticipate. I'm glad that you're here, but thank you, Gobby. That's very sweet of you, my friend. 6 second months, man. Can you heckin' believe it? Thank you very much, my dude. The mini hub. Yeah, because when we were in the previous area, yeah, the previous area was called Gibbet. This is Effluvium. Oh, maybe you're, oh, so maybe you're saying this area is like the next major hub. The previous one was like a weird in-betweeny weenie. Because there was a bunch of switches we never hit. And we never, or rather, no, we didn't hit them. There were keys that we didn't, like, find. So, if there's an implication there that there's, like, more to that area, and we just were missing things to be able to resolve it, maybe it's different per class or something? Because I was thinking we'd be coming back to that previous area eventually. Now I'm not so sure. These guys are very annoying. They are frequently quite numerous. Fire does a pretty good job, but despite them being coated in water. Have a good night, Mr. Gobby. Got a masterpiece from Arctic. Let's go and do that pretty soon here. In fact, now might be a pretty good time now that we've killed the main swamp monsters that were in that little room here. And the hydrate. Hydrate and art. Hydrate our mouths with water, and then we'll hydrate our brains and our spirits with artistic culture and such. So I'm checking all these like cells to see if there's any special things, any secrets. Which that's how we got here, this teleport right here. So we could just go back if we ever had the desire to do so. So that's kind of nice that we can just bounce back and forth easily and peasily. So let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and save. I think I've seen Reservoir Dogs. I've seen Inglourious Bastards. I've never seen Kill Bill Volume 1 or 2. I've not. What's the one that's like the big one that everyone knows him for? Pulp Fiction. I've never seen Well, I've seen parts of Pulp Fiction, but I haven't seen the full movie. There's probably other ones. From Dusk Till Dawn. Oh, really? Oh, well, I mean, if he wrote the script and wrote that scene into happening, then, well, yeah. Yeah. In that case, maybe it like is a legit thing and it's not just a meme then, so. It wouldn't shock me, honestly. He likes what he likes. I mean, I hope he pays his actors and actresses well. I hope Salma Hayek was compensated well for that scene. I've not seen From Dusk Till Dawn. But if he was a scriptwriter and he was like, you know, Salma Hayek's in this movie, I could make, well, something happen. It's a little weird, but you know what? As long as everyone was down for it, and as long as everyone's getting paid, then who am I to judge? Also, I'm seeing and even hearing things spawn over there. A little bit worrisome. Is that a mace on the ground? Oh, that's a thing. That means that I think a monster died somewhere, I think. Alright, so we're probably gonna be, I was gonna say, we're probably gonna get to experience this place all by ourselves, which means more gas. Choking ass potions. I don't know if I'd recommend choking someone's ass, but there it is. Ouch. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit mindful of the ammo that I have, limited as it might be. There we go. I thought this would be more effective at that location. There we go. There we go. That's what I like to see. And here. So I've used a lot of these flechette potions lately, but that's fine. Ouch. Some people had some problems with him. Yeah, like, wasn't he, like, kind of not very responsible as a director in, like, for the Kill Bill movies at least? Because, yeah, Uma Thurman got, like, major injured, didn't she? Like, there was a scene involving a car chase, and she was like, I don't feel great about this, Quentin. And he was like, nah, it's fine. Then, like, the car, there was some kind of accident. She, like, got mega injured and, like, delayed production or something like that. So it's like, apparently he's kind of has been known to not always be responsible, and it wouldn't shock me if some people just don't like him or if they say he's a dick. But yeah, and I haven't heard anything that's like abusive or anything. So we'll just hope that, yeah, like I said, that... Oh, that's the dungeon key. Okay, I thought that was a mace from a fallen enemy. But anyway, yeah, we'll just hope, or at least assume that, yeah, that he's not like a monster, but maybe just a little weird sometimes. A little weird and maybe kind of a dick. Alright, so I think that's it for this little area. This is like a little side path that led to the dungeon key. And then presumably the dungeon key will lead us to the other thing. The other key. The axe key. And up our armor class, because I keep getting torn to shreds by these bad guys. I have exactly 77 bullets. Mana bullets for both mana pools. Which is pretty mana cool, if you ask me. The car was unsafe. Yeah, something about the stunt or the setting for the stunt was unsafe, and he dismissed the issues. And turns out the issues were well founded because a thing happened, and people were like, "Man, that sucks." So yeah, that's about all I know. Or friends. Actually, the implication that these guys are dripping blood means that they're like relatively fresh bodies, which has some implications. I think this area is done. I think this room, like, we've done what there is to do. We've placed the head. We gave that guy his head back. We gave head, and we did a very good job. I'm really good at giving head. In Hexen, of course. Of course, obviously. That's how much we know, and there might be a stuff up here, maybe. That's, of course, still closed. These things are probably still mean. Unless there's, like, a thing. Oh! Some more friends. Although, yes, they're not very friendly. And, of course, they're all on fire already. And somehow the fire weapon doesn't do that much damage to them, it seems. Hey, what's up, Tarndeal? That's a nice no-context sentence to walk into. You're correct, my friend. It's nothing weird at all to walk in on. I've certainly said weirder, stranger things online, on stream. It's always so satisfying breaking those things. Not a lot of environmental destruction things in this game, but the few that there are fun to play with. Any hidden walls or anything? There's nothing to be done yet. I'm guessing we'll have to do something with that place eventually, and maybe those pillars. I think those pillars are still death traps. Speaking of death traps, let's go... Oh, it's here, I think, right? Oh, that's the axe key. Okay, the dungeon key was in that little bedroom area, which I think was down here. This area is very mean, so we got that to look forward to. Area has all kinds of death traps abound. Whoa. Second. We still dropping frames, by the way. I just realized the number is higher, so I might have to lower the bitrate further. Hopefully it's behaving itself. Is this still a death trap? Yep. I wonder if there's a way to click that without falling. If I can, like, click it, then quickly run it back, you know? Whoop. It's like, what's the distance where I can flip the switch and still be moving? Whoa! So I'm wondering if it does something other than killing me. It's like a tricky timing thing. I don't think you can do it. Or maybe you need some other utility, like the wings maybe, or something. Some other kind of tool. And that probably still leads to death. Does it? Yep. Okay, so that's still the same. So lots of death traps in this room. It does nothing but kill you. Thank you. Thank you, Tarniel. Yeah, Tarniel, if you know this game and you've experienced it yourself. Oh, right. This, yeah, that's the thing, Rob. This bed kills you, yeah. If you know for sure that there's no other benefit, that's good enough for me. Because as you can tell, I'm very much still learning. Still learning this game, and it's bullshit. Yeah, oh, that's right. There's a co-op mode for this, right? Yeah. We were elsewhere in the room, and yeah, no other details. Yeah, so Tarniel knows from first-hand experience. Yeah, no, it would have been on my end, Arctic. We've been having some drop frames tonight. I've lowered the bit rate, and it's still being an issue, so it's just being annoying tonight. Hopefully the stream doesn't look like complete garbage, because I know when it's a fast-paced game and the frame rate is lower, the bit rate is lower. Hey, look at that, an Iron Maiden. Not the band, but the torture device. But yeah, if you're playing a fast-paced game, like a fast action-y game, and the bitrate is too low, it'll make the game footage look extra pixely and gross. So hopefully this game does not look, or the stream rather, does not look like complete hot garbage. Just medium hot garbage. Or lukewarm maybe, lukewarm garbage. Can I open it maybe? See, this looks like a door, like a wall that would be interactable in some way, but no dice. Looking for any kind of obvious places to go from here. I mean, this is like a torture sex dungeon room, which is not really what I was hoping to find, but oh, here it is. I can't unfind it. We can just break the corpses. Kinda. Sometimes you can break them. Can I break this down? Like in Ocarina of Time, you smack the wall and listen to see if it makes a different noise. Line defs that play. Oh yeah, oh that'd be cool, Tarno. Yeah, yeah, some kind of like you walk up to and press use and you just hear like the title track or something. The Brazen Bull. I'm not familiar with that one, Arctic. I'll admit I'm a lowly scrub when it comes to torture devices. I would rather keep it that way, admittedly. I'm surprised there's nothing in this room. I thought there'd be a little something. Just hump some walls. See if there's anything obvious. Because we had to do something, we had to do some stuff to acquire the dungeon key. Maybe there's another area elsewhere that is also open. Because the dungeon key was the big one, at least I thought it would be. But it led to a dead end of sadness. Like this. Still a dead end. Another one at least. Though it seems like there should be more beyond this wall in some way. Well, that's a shitty way to die. God damn. Actually, let's look there first. Getting squished between a rock and a hard place. Or a monster and a hard place. Hollow brass bowl. Hatches on the side. Air hose. Goes to the bull's nose. Light a fire into the bowl. Oh, burns to the... Okay, yeah. Oh my god. That's brutal, Arctic. I've never heard of that. Also, Adam, what's up, bud? You have, my friend. You've caught it, and look at that. He freaking catches the stream, and he hits it with a sub as well. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, Adam, for that resub. It's good to see you, bud. 17 months, by the way. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's a long time, man. It's good to see you, bud. Adam, I hope you're doing well, buddy. And I did see your post on Facebook about some cool weekend shenanigans you've been up to, some cool camping stuffs. That all sounds great. I'm glad you're having a great time out there. Sounds wonderful. It's good to see you, and always fun, like, hearing about your cool adventures. You and the lady friend and the cool camper. We're playing Hexen. This is an old... I mean, you probably know this already. This is an old Doom-like. We played Heretic about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, and I loved it. This is the sequel, hence the name Hexen Beyond Heretic. And I like it, but it's very opaque with the level design and with some difficulty spikes. It's a weird one, and I like it, but it is tricky. And right now, I'm feeling a little bit stuck here because I'm not sure where to go next. We found a key earlier, and we can open up a door with said key, but then that door appears, I think, to lead to a dead end. So I'm trying to see if there's other stuff in other areas. Old AF though, yeah, I think this was from 96, I think. I think it's 96. So it's an old game, but it checks out. And I like it, and I really loved Heretic, and I would say that if push comes to shove, I would say I prefer Heretic in a lot of ways to this game. I might even prefer Heretic to Doom 1. And Doom 2, maybe, at least in some ways. Also, yeah, that wall right there has a different texture, and it made me think it was something fancy. I'm just like checking walls for secrets. I wish you could push the barrels, or even break them for that matter, but all it does is make a cool noise. Back down this way. Maybe there's something different here. Yeah, there's that area there. Or maybe, let's try this. Maybe after we use the dungeon key, something else happens down here, maybe? Because that's the question. All right. It crushes me every time. So we open this up. We kill the two bad guys. It's the fancy shiny key we just got in the previous area. So we kill the bad guys, and we can, like, break a few corpses, which is cool. We can't open up the Iron Maidens, at least I don't think you can. Can you push them? No, I can't push them. Oh, did that make a noise? That's already closed. I heard like another like noise of sliding glass or sliding stone. Oh, it's the thunder. That's what I heard. Wondering if there's like some kind of hidden switch somewhere in these cages or on these cages, maybe. And again, same kind of thing here. This looks like it should move. Staff perpendicular to the chest. That's right, yeah. I mean, it's the Doom perspective for whatever reason where, yeah, it's like you have the gun and you hold it like right here. So it's, it's protruding out of your chest. Or, but yeah, the staff though, yes, just holding it like so. Or maybe you've just impaled it through yourself. At least this mace is to the side, even though it's getting cut off because of the widescreen effect. But yeah, this guy... Of course, that's like the burning hand spell. Same thing with this one. It just juts out. Just a lot of ambient noises. Yeah, which makes perfect sense. Just sometimes when I'm like listening in for those kinds of things, it throws me off. And I least expect it. Yeah, chains rattling and thunder in the distance. Yeah, so I'm not sure what to go from here then. I guess let's poke around in the other main areas to see if there's something else that's new, but... The dungeon key didn't seem to do much for us. There must be something else that also needs to be done. Maybe we have to get the dungeon key and the axe key. And using the axe key makes something available inside the dungeon key room or something. I don't know. Grasping at straws here. Back to the Gathering Arena. That's awesome. I remember you saying... a few weeks ago that you were getting back into some Magic the Gathering. The opponent just sits and just doesn't play. So they're just running out the timer? That's kind of lame, right? Seems like that'd get kind of old. I mean, you still got the Dubs key clutched up, but still, it's like, dudes. And I gotta do something, man. We can't just sit here. I mean, I guess they can. I guess they can just sit there. Now, is that still gonna be a crush death? Yes. Ouch. And of course, when I leave, it also gives me a little crushy. A little crushy-washy. And that, of course, is hollow still. And no obvious paths outward in this area, it seems. It's still closed. No surprise there. Go back. I wonder if there's another path I should also go. Because we had to go to a little side area in order to acquire the dungeon key. What if there's another side area we have to go to in order to get the axe key? Switch somewhere to that one down that we just pressed a little earlier. They're aware that they've lost. Oh yeah, they know what's happening or what's about to happen. Just run up the timer. Yeah, it's like, all right, man. I'll just, if they're gonna be weird about it, we can play this game, this waiting game. I go back then. Let's see. That portal is how we got here. I know there's a stone door right here. Koroks is just a mean butthead, honestly. He's just a mean, not nice guy. I know, strong words, but it's true. I'll say it. I'm fearless. So yeah, we've already explored this area. I like to think pretty well. Killed a bunch of bad guys. Explore these little nooks, these little niches. That's right, this was here last time as well. I don't see any obvious interactions there. Yeah, we killed a bunch of bad guys, as evident by the bloody piles that are scattered on the staircase there, strewn about. And in one of these was the dungeon key. Am I supposed to burn down some trees to reveal more somewhere? These can't be burned down, though. Some trees can be, but these cannot. Yeah, nothing. Of course, I don't have a lot of ammo, so I gotta be a little bit careful here. Yeah, so this area is definitely a dead end. Well, not a dead end per se, but appears now to not have anything else for us for the time being. Let's go back. That'd be something else, and we could always go back to the previous area. And we might try that, I guess. But now it seems like we're really getting desperate if we're having to go this far back. I mean, I guess they wouldn't give us this portal unless it was like a possibility. Is there anything up there? Well, now it's stuck. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's how we got to the next zone. I guess that's a fair thing, though. If you didn't have both tomes, for instance, you wouldn't be able to finish that previous puzzle. So yeah, the axe key is the next big thing. Man, this is tricky, but I'm clearly running out of ideas. I'm getting desperate, so I'll try anything. Were there any areas that we didn't explore fully in this zone? Because it felt like we were, I think, pretty comprehensive. Or some ammo pickups, of course. But otherwise, it seemed like we did this area pretty decent justice. There's some backtracking to move forward. Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing in this level. It wouldn't shock me, though, because this game, I've said it earlier, I'll say it again, this game is very player unfriendly in some ways, at least, with its level design, where it will totally bait you with a crushing wall trap that there is no heads up for. So the only way to discover that thing is to get got by it and die. And if you haven't saved in a while, then that's on the player. So it does not hold back from the bullshit, unfortunately. What's up, JD? Good to see you, bud. That's the general consensus. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game, but I'm definitely more of a Heretic guy, because Heretic was a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more Doom-esque in its level design. I appreciate the hub aspect that this game has. Like, I like what they were going for, and they succeeded in that sense. But yeah, sometimes it's a little bit too opaque for my tastes. And this is sadly one such occasion. I could try to go back down there again, but that just led to a gear from the previous challenge. And I doubt that that's anything new. I could go check the gear room again. We replaced said gears. Is it over here? No, that's where we found another one. I kept getting lost last time trying to find this mysterious area as well. Was it up down here, I think? Yes. Alright, so the clock is spinning. Have any other items to be aware of? Not particularly. Nothing new, it seems. So nothing, no like puzzle items to be aware of. Check the upstairs areas if we need to, but didn't have much for us last time. I think this is where we got the tomes, right? Or maybe it was a different area. I think the 2 tomes that we got for the previous challenge were earned somewhere around here. Like how, as I'm approaching both elevators, they decide to go up in sequence. And these all lead to death, I think. Something tells me I probably shouldn't try it. Don't try it. In fact, I do remember trying it last time, and several of them led to death. I haven't tried every single one, but it seemed like it was a pretty even consensus. Consistent consensus. Some green man, I'll take that. Any more ammo? I think that's one more loop. Yeah, this feels like a waste of time, unfortunately. I could see it maybe being something in the previous, in like the zone we just came from, but this is now 2 layers back, and this feels like a stretch. So let's do this then. So we can just complete the loop. Let's get back to that previous spot then. Unless I can find the outside portal. Was it out this way? No. Oh, hello. 1/18 of the puzzle has been solved. Yeah, the best one so far has been 1/9. 1/9 of the puzzle was the most egregious one from last stream, actually, from yesterday. I'm trying to remember how to get to the outside ring. Because keeping it straight in one's head is tricky, it seems. And they keep spawning more bad guys too, so that's pretty cool. Finite resources, but infinite bad guys. I could just use the map. It's tricky. Here, I think I have to go back this way. Here we go. So there's a lot of death traps to be mindful of. That's not it. It's this outside ring here. I guess I was looking at it from the opposite direction then. So it's somewhere around here then, so you can kind of reach the outside ring. Here it is. And of course you can climb up here to the 2nd floor from this space. But yeah, we've already been up here, so there's really nothing new here for us. Yeah, we've already been up here, so that's fine. There's another portal. Except I can't remember how to get to the portal. Maybe it's on the other side. Sounds like some PSN cursor noises, JD. Unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of like PlayStation experience in my life, so I don't recognize it, but I do not doubt it in the slightest, though. The map's not very helpful. Yeah, I mean, I can read it pretty well. It's not great, but it's okay. But yeah, I realize on your guys' end, it's probably kind of blurry. And my stream is blurrier than it usually would be because we've been dropping a lot of frames, so I had to lower the bitrate. Right, here's the portal. So it's not exactly ideal. And so we had to explore that whole area. I don't know, man. I'm not convinced that this is it. Here's some more ammo, which is nice. I would have already passed this up previously. This feels like a giant waste of time because I feel like we've gone back so many layers. Of course, they're spawning more bad guys. Thankfully, it spawns the basic guys, so it's not too bad. Let's do this. Let's go back to the main area. Background texture isn't great. It is GZDoom, yeah. It wouldn't shock me if there was some kind of way to configure it. I could say display options? No. Well, maybe. Miscellaneous. There's probably a way to do it, but I would have no idea how to go about doing so. Auto map? Custom colors? Kinda. Set of walls with different floors. Yeah, so there are some ways to do it then. I might have set that off stream, maybe. Here we go. Here's the main platform here. I'm wondering if there's maybe something I'm supposed to do inside that area, but I've already looked through there. There's something else up here. I mean, that's the main switch, of course. Tricky trying to see if there's a pattern here, like if there's a thing I can do to like press the use button on these things to see if there's like a switch in somewhere. I like the glory holes on these demon faces, by the way. Very sexy. Yeah, see no indications that there's like any kind of interactions with these traps. I think they're just there to make your life miserable when you grab the gear that's in the middle. So I don't think that's it. So let's go back to the previous area then. Or go forward, rather. So we're back here now. Let's see now, is that a thing we can interact with? I didn't even notice that until now. There's a little switch in the wall there. But I don't think we can raise that up yet. I imagine that's probably how we'll progress to the next level. So we'll do something to raise this thing up. Man, what else? What else could there possibly be? There's gotta be something. Something that I just missed somewhere. I was pretty confident we were done with this area. Because we placed the head on the statue, and we destroyed so much of the level layout anyway. This is all just open space now. So there's only so many places we can go around here. It's like that's a dead end, that's only the one we can really reasonably jump to. Can't press the use button anymore on this statue here. Yeah, so this seems like a pretty confident yes, we're done with this room in particular. But then it begs the question of what else could be done. There's this area again. Let's put this. I'm going to save. And I'm going to try every single pillar. That one's death. That one's death. That one's death, obviously. That was 1, 2, 3. I think this one. So all these are death. Okay, so that much has been sorted out. This, of course, is still a death trap. This is still closed. And in fact, that's the X key. That's what we need. So we need to get through here somehow. Oh, there's a new friend. So some way to like phase through the gates here. Do I have something that can do the trick? I think that they can shrink bad guys down, but I don't know if it would allow them. It would like if shrunken things to be able to fit through the bars. But yeah, the little golden pig friend can shrink bad guys down for sure. And moving to the pillars. Seems like you can like. Actually, maybe it's not. I was thinking maybe there was a way to like drop down to the top, but now that I look at it more, look at it closer, looks like it just has a ceiling. So that's not super helpful. What else could be done here? So that's the key that we need. So somewhere or the other, we gotta get through there, get into that room. Remaster 2 and 3, and it runs even better. That's nice. Because yeah, there was already a Crisis Remastered 1, I think. So that's encouraging to know that 2 and 3 are getting some love. I wonder if they would ever make a new Crisis game, because of course Crisis 1 and I guess 2 and 3, but definitely 1 was like considered the graphical benchmark of the mid to late 2000s. But it's been pretty quiet ever since. I wonder if they would ever make a new Crisis game. I remember Arctic, you were telling me that like the Crisis games are good. They're not amazing, but they're all right. But their benchmark properties made them very sought after back in the day. X key, that's right. That's what we need. It really just comes down to what else could we possibly do here now that we have a fancy person's key. Nothing with the bed. It's a very comfortable, blocky looking bed. Because that's the thing, we have access to this room now, but what does that give us? Keep coming back to this area just because that wall looks fake. And the Iron Maidens are very conspicuous. But no confirmation, there's like no actions that happen when you go to press use. The source port I'm playing now had higher video requirements than Crysis. GZDoom had higher requirements than Crysis. Really? That's interesting. Was that like early on in GZDoom's development? Because GZDoom seems pretty portable. I mean, granted, I have a not crazy beefy PC, but not like a small, you know, shitty PC. I would say my PC is not Scooty Puff Senior, but it's not Scooty Puff Junior either. So it's somewhere in the middle. So it's like I'm not like major 420 big dick swinging gamer, but I'm medium dick, you know, medium dick gamer. So I'm surprised that GZDoom had such dense requirements. You enjoy them, but they ran like shit regardless of. Yeah, that's the thing. Apparently they were not very well optimized. And yeah, it makes me wonder if they would ever make a new one. But that's the thing. I guess like if they were to make a new Crysis game, then people would only get excited for the graphic possibilities, unless about like, you know, actual gameplay. It's just not real well built for. Oh, okay. So like for large open areas, it could get spicy and kind of shitty. Man, I don't know. I don't want to look up a solution because we've made it this far. having no solutions looked up, that kind of thing, which is pretty nice. But I will admit, I am quickly approaching the point of desperation. And I'm not afraid to look things up if it comes down to it. I've done it before with other games. So it's not like an ego thing where it's like I refuse, but it's like I'd like to give it a really good shot first, you know, before I submit to the walkthroughs and such. I think maybe there was something on these pillars or something. Can't break them. And press the use button. Nothing. Just no dice. No takers. Or shakers. Or bakers. Just lots of grunting noises and that's it. If I have to like shoot something maybe. Or if I need to like lure bad guys into this room or something. And toggling no, yeah, I would like to avoid that kind of thing. I would only use no clip if I had like some kind of bug or some kind of glitch where I got stuck in a wall or something. I'll go and ask this: does anybody know off the top of your head what needs to be done next? And if so, if you would offer a hint. And of course, I always like to follow that up by making sure people know I don't expect you to know these things. This is an old game, and it's a somewhat obscure game. I don't expect people to know this just off the top of their heads, like it's the simplest thing ever. But if there was a known solution here that I'm just missing, like a goober, then I'm definitely down for a hint. Yeah, honestly, that's what I would be doing. If I was playing it with co-op, I'd be like, all right, homies. I'm going to offer moral support from over here. From taking a bathroom break and getting a sandwich. Nice and simple, like. There's gotta be something else, you know? We went through all this trouble to get the key to unlock that door. Then we step into the room and there's nothing there. There's gotta be something, right? Gotta be something going on there. Pushed in the bed. Yeah, and then in the bed crush. That's right. That's our punishment. Tarnheal. That's our punishment for offering moral support. You know, we're out here generously offering our spirit energy to them. And how do they repay us? They throw us in the crusher bed. Yeah, sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay, Tarnheal. Like I said, I do not expect people to just know this old-ass game off the top of their heads. Nothing jumps to mind, honestly, as far as like what else could be done. I think over there's a switch, I think, on the wall. Some kind of switch over there. I wouldn't be able to shoot it even if I wanted to. Man, this is a tricky one. It's a tricky one, and I'm sure there's something I've just overlooked, and I just have not noticed. This room is an odd one too. It makes me wish I could push the barrels and like knock them into the chamber or something. Thank you for the hydrate, Mr. Adam. This one's for you, buddy. Lubricate my brain rather, with more thinking juice. I do find it odd that there is this open gap here. What happens if you jump down the gap, Alex? I'll show you. Death. I don't know why that's there. Seems odd to just have a random hole with no purpose to it. That's what she said. It's weird. But I can find nothing to do with it other than it leading to death. There's a lot of areas that are just odd because I'll show you in a second, but there's the wall leading to this hallway is also odd and looks like it leads to something, but it does not appear to. Looks like it should lead to something. A lot of friends. 5 hits, did I hear? Did I tap that right? Did I tap that, or count that out correctly? You see this, it ends very suddenly. Yeah, no dice. Trying to use these fixtures here. No heckin' clue, man. And of course, yeah, that's still there. There's a switch up top there. It looks so enticing. Is there something else here? I keep just checking the same areas over and over again, hoping desperately that I'll find something. I would say I'm quickly approaching the point where I will have to resort to looking up a walkthrough, because I am quickly running out of ideas. Or rather, I've been out of ideas long enough that desperately floundering is not getting me farther. Is not moving things forward like I was hoping that it would. It's tricky too, because sometimes these walls look encouraging, like this wall here. That looks special. What if I press use? And nope, I just get the hump noise of disappointment. Expect to follow the rest of the walkthrough. That's a good point too, because when I mentioned that I'm in the spot, they might be like, with this door open, venture here, and it's like, well shit, man. The door is closed in my end, so what did they do to open it on theirs, and that kind of thing. Yeah, exactly. 4 of the 5 switches. Yeah, exactly. It strikes me as the kind of game where it was probably like the developers were probably like, man, these game magazines rather really like it when a game takes longer to beat, and we only have so many development hours, you know, on this game. How do we artificially, or how do we like make the game longer? That way it takes longer to beat, and our publisher is happier, or it reviews better, or you know, what have you. There was probably some expectation here that fed into this, into why make it so opaque. Trying to build Riven. Now I don't know what Riven is, but that sounds familiar. Is that another FPS? Charniel? It sounds vaguely familiar. And of course the developer from this game is Raven Software. Raven, you know. Oh, Myst. Oh, interesting. Okay, so yeah. A little Myst-esque then. How mysterious. Now to be clear, what do these things do? I can't remember what this does. We're finding them everywhere. Bam. I don't know. What did that do? Maybe it only does something when bad guys are around. They are called Dice of Repulsion. Oh, that's right. I think they knock bad guys around. It's good, like, area of effect denial kind of thing. So that wouldn't help us here. Sometimes I'll be smashing the use button. Smash that MF and use button. And I'll hear thunder in the background, and I'll think, oh, did that do something? Did that do a thing? Is that stone sledding on stone? Nope, that's just thunder in the background. Yeah, that's right, it'll cause infighting, that's right, yeah. So it's nice for crowd control, but not good for figuring out puzzles, it seems. I was hopeful. Can't blame a hobbit for hoping. Having hope. You can tell I'm getting desperate if I'm just like smacking things with my melee weapon. Hoping. Heard a bad guy spawn in just now. And of course, this likely does lead to something, but I don't know how to open that door. Yeah. I keep thinking that I'm like almost to my limit. Then my stubbornness kicks in and I go, no, I can figure this out. I'm like, no, I don't wanna. Like trying to talk to a little kid, like, no, I don't want to look up a walkthrough, Dad. What, Alex, you're You're clearly stuck in the game. And I'm like, no, what? And I'm like, I'm being obstinate. Hey, what's up, Devil? Art time. Oh, baby. Art time. More like fart time. I don't know. That's the best I got. Thanks to Off-World Devil and to Arctic. Birthing these new monsters into our lives. Making our lives more enriched and oiled. Swedish oil man. Yeah, it's like the Swedish chef from Sesame Street. Same general idea. Maybe that's what happens to the Swedish chef after so many years take place. It's a Swedish chef on his on a not so good day. More rich in oil. That's right. Yeah, and that's what he's known for apparently. And man, this heckin' area is tricky. It's tricky. I'm just having a hard time like finding where to go next, because there's clearly something I have forgotten, or a switch that I missed, or something. There's something, and it's a question of what, or where, or how, or whomst, or whomstediv. So many questions and so few answers. It very well could be. Actually, here's another thing we could try. Oh, a new friend. Last time I did this, it led to sadness. Because it makes me think the game doesn't want me to go out here. Just can't actually go under there. Because normally in the game you can jump. In the vanilla game you can jump, but you can't crouch. So I don't think you're really supposed to be able to get out here. So if you were to do this, unless you had no clip, you would soft lock the game. Yes, that's no good. And sometimes I wonder if there's ever any difference between like walking up and smacking something with your melee weapon, or shooting it, or pressing the use button. Like, is there unique interactions sometimes? And so far as I can tell, the answer is no, but like, what if this is the one time it's different, right? Like, that's when I wonder. Alright, friends, I think I am at my limit. I think I'm going to look up what the solution is. So I am out of ideas. We've been bouncing off this for like a half an hour, maybe more like an hour at this point. He's crying grape juice. He's like, oh god, I'm so sad. My oil is everywhere. I've got it all over me. I'm so sad. I'm crying grape tears. Not gonna lie, actually, Gracie and I got groceries like a week or so ago. And while we were getting groceries, she saw something. I think we just walked down one of the juice aisles, and she just noticed that grape juice was on sale. She was like, man, I haven't had grape juice since I was a kid. Let's buy it. Let's buy like it was like the frozen concentrate, which you can then thaw out and like, you know, just mix in with water to kind of, you know, create your own density of grapey juicy goodness. And of course it's got like 60 grams of sugar per serving, but you know, whatever. And yeah, I take one sip of it and I go, oh, holy fuck. Like, yeah, grape juice is great, and there's a reason I haven't had it since I was a kid, because that shit is so fucking sugary. Holy shit. Just BFG the whole, that's right, yeah, just fucking delete the whole map. It's like in Red Faction, you could just blow up the walls, just blow up the entire level. I'm going to do this. I'm actually gonna show you, dear viewer, I'm gonna show you how I'm doing the smirches, so we can learn together. Hexen, hold on, what's the name of this level? The Gibbet. Gibbet here. I need the Gibbet. Let me double check to make sure that's correct. I think that's the name of the level. Hey, what's up, Five Finger? Five Finger says, I'm judging you, Alex, looking up the solution. How dare you? The sanctity of this video game. It's like in Diablo 1 when you play as the mage, I think, and you enter the cathedral for the first time, and he goes, the sanctity of this church has been fouled, or the sanctity of this space or something. The sanctity of this blank has been fouled. So Five Finger is like, the sanctity of this video game has been fouled. So here we go. What's the name of this level? So the previous level is the Castle of Grief. Good grief, Charlie Brown. So I think this one that we're in right now That's the Illuminati level or something. Or the Illararium level. Oh no, that one's just called Gibbet. Okay. So I guess the little small bonus area was the one that's called Effluvium. So this is Gibbet. That's the noise that a frog makes when they want you to give you something. That's right. So we say Hexen, Gibbet. Interesting. The next entry is the word bug. I wonder if there's a thing. Gibbet bug, yeah. There's a game-breaking bug in this level. Okay, but I don't have the axe keys. Never mind. They say which you can encounter after you acquire the axe key. I'm curious. The axe key section. Yeah, how do I get the axe key? The axe key is the final key in the game. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at, dear viewer. That way we can all look together. We can look together and get hot and bothered together. How's that sound? I know, deal of the century, right? Here we go. So yeah, Hub 5 is the final hub. So this is the second to last hub, all part of the Castle of Grief. The Heresiar. So that's I think that's the one of the bosses that we fought previously, actually. After the other puzzles have been solved. Okay. On the same map. Yeah, that's great. But doesn't really tell us a whole lot. Castle of Grief. So yeah, hub 4. Oh, okay. So it's like the overall hub is called Castle of Grief, and then within that hub are several like oh, okay, never mind, several levels then. That makes more sense. The Yorick Skull, we know about that. The dungeons, we got that one. The dungeon came from Effluvium. Bookshelf on the right into the bedroom. 2 traps, that's right. And the others are required to reach the dungeons. Cage containing a slaughter. Which we took care of. But the room needs to be lowered. Pulling the switch unlocks a secret door, but lowers the nearby floor. It's a secret door, so it's probably not required then. Oh wait, but lowers the nearby floor. Approach the switch, pull it, then run to one of the diagonals, jump over the pit. If you pull the switch, you should see a secondary room. Oh, so it is required. Okay. Is it because we were thinking that that switch does nothing other than kill you. But it seems like it does do a thing. So, back to the bedroom we go. The switch right here. As this switch just fucking kills you. It's very not nice. It's like I gotta press it. And then, again, they get the fuck out of Dodge. It's tricky, though, because... it's a very exact timing. And if I can like hit it while I'm in midair. Is there like anything else I can do around here? Yeah, it's like it's very tucked in there. Allegedly it has an effect. Oh, I lived. The boy who lived. Because I think what's supposed to happen is you lower that down, and then it lowered something else. So let's see what else it could have lowered. As it stays lowered. And nothing else here. That's still the same. Check the dungeon room. Let's see if that did a thing. Aha! So that was the key. Thank you, Warbird, for the hydrate. Yeah, because yeah, Tarno, you were saying in your game it did nothing other than cause sadness. That's how we get there. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Interesting. Yes. Hydrate, but don't dehydrate. Those are words to live by. Holy shit, what a mess. What a mess of a layout. That was an odd one, but we freaking got it. So we pulled a switch, and what did that switch do? Oh, it reveals even more shenanigans. Watch me whip, watch me shenanigans. Now that's probably a death trap. Oh yeah, it's the same hole. That's what she said. It's the same hole. You sound surprised, Alex. Alright, so before I go through the portal, we have another dead end. Very good. Just bouncing off the walls, just licking and prodding and poking and sticking my dick in every wall I can find. Go through this one. Yeah, she said a lot of things, didn't she, Alex? Yes. She said things. And that's what she said. She said them. And what level is this? This is the Forsaken Outpost. The outpost with the outmost. Let's say that'll piss them off. Oh, Crockett, that really pissed him off. Can I reach the guy down there? He's covered by an Iron Maiden. What's going on with this guy? Is that a bad guy? I think you could stand upon and not take fire damage. Interesting. So I can just stand on the... Okay, well now I took damage there, but you can stand on that thing to not take fire damage. Lava. Yeah, she says a lot of things. Yeah, no indication why. She just says them. Who knows, man? I cannot speak for her. All I can do is report on her activities. And is to offer reconnaissance. So a few things. Of course, a switch hidden here. Some blocks of cheese or bread maybe on the ground. Another one of these things. Can I push it real good? Can I break it? Can I call this pot or this kettle any kind of names, maybe? Nobody knows. Let's, yeah, I can't quite reach that. Go this way. Oh, hello. Very dark areas. You can see this is very dark and spooky. Nice demonstration of this game's lighting, which obviously by today's standards is pretty rudimentary, but back in the olden days, any kind of lighting system would have been pretty legit, so would have been an evolution of the id engine. I'm a block of bread, it's true. When people say let's get this bread, gamers, they mean me. They mean let's get Alex. Because I'm very desirable. Or something. That's what I tell myself. More friends. We are getting pretty low on blue magic. I'm gonna switch it up. Do the red shit. Or actually green shit. I mean, if your shit is green, that's a little weird. If your shit is red, then you might need to consider what you've been eating. I was gonna say, I know there's a dude down there. I can see the shadowy movements. Shadowy motions of the shadowy oceans. Oh, hello. I just noticed down here, there's like people etching into the wall a tally of how many days they've been there. That's kind of a cool touch. Switchy right there. Did the music just change? Or was that like a normal music change? I'm wondering if there's like if a big mega boss demon is about to stick his dick in my... Oh, actually, hold on. This level layout has changed. So yeah, it's like things have like shifted. But that's all I can tell. So yeah, I'm gonna assume that did something elsewhere. Fought an ocean once, a long story. I fought the ocean and the ocean won. The law won, something like that maybe. Press this. Oh, it didn't stay pressed. Interesting. So that does something. I'll need to find out what it does. Let's venture down this way. More friends. Can just about reliably one-shot these guys with a well-placed Firestorm spell. It's reliant on splash damage sticking around though. These guys, it takes like 3 or 4 shots. There we go. You have a nasty scar, though. That darn ocean. What was your methodology for fighting the ocean? Because I understand that certain types of weaponry probably wouldn't be very effective. You know, blunt weapons, sharp weapons, that kind of stuff. He's down, and he's not down yet. There he goes. And there goes the battle.
Good job.
Hey, Black Magic, thank you for that host, my friend. How you doing, bud? We're playing more Hexen. You probably already figured that out. And I did, you actually missed it earlier. I did, after many hours of playing this game and streaming through it, I did have to resort to looking up a walkthrough for one conundrum. There was one switch that all it seemed to do was kill us. Like, all the switch would do would drop the floor down and murder us. But turns out it did have an actual purpose. And that was the one thing I was missing. So I had to look one thing up on a walkthrough earlier. So I had to cave after being stubborn for far too long. Then that's right, trying to get another lunch together. That's right. Because this Saturday's no go for me. Although I'm usually pretty flexible. I've been uncharacteristically busy on weekends lately. But so yeah, this weekend's a little bit weird. Or Sunday at least is a little bit weird. Friday would work for me, I think. Well, I actually no. This Friday wouldn't work. I've got another meeting. I've got a lunchtime meeting I need to attend. So yeah, never mind. I was about to say, yeah, usually I'm pretty flexible, but yeah, the more I think about it lately, things have been weird. But yeah, after this coming weekend, though, I should be more open, so if we want to do some kind of Saturday shindig, then yeah, subsequent Saturdays, Shatner Saturdays, subsequent Saturdays should be available. No goods for everyone. That's right, yeah, I did see in the Discord server, everybody was like, oh my god, what the fuck? For anybody wondering what me and Magix are referring to, Black Magix and I are both in the St. Louis area, generally speaking. And there are formal gatherings. They're not, well, I say formal. There's like official gatherings, but then there's informal, unofficial gatherings where we just meet for lunch. And Black Magix is looking to coordinate a similar informal, unofficial get-together of some variety. If you are in the St. Louis area and you are a streamer or you enjoy streaming or content creation, YouTubes, any of that kind of stuff, and you want to get down on some cool Funky Town lunches with some cool content creator friends, myself and Black Magix will hopefully be in attendance of the next one. I had to miss the most recent one, actually, because of other family obligations. Yeah, we're looking to get that planned. And also, if you're hearing my words and you're like, oh man, I want to join on this cool community of like St. Louis area peoples, there's a Discord server that I can send an invite link to you. We do have to kind of keep that invite link somewhat guarded because there were bots running amok at one point, so they had to remove any permanent invites because permanent invites were how the bots were getting in. But otherwise, yeah, I can get you a personalized invite. Infinite Glitch, what's up, bud? Infinite Glitch, yeah, if you're in the St. Louis area, I can get you the hookup. St. Louis general area, I can get you the deets. I'm trying to figure out what that switch did. Maybe it did something else in this area, then. Good to see Infinite Glitch, by the way. Infinite, that's perfect. In that case, I will get you the invite. I'll send that to you after tonight's stream. Streamy streams, because yes, we'd be happy to have you. Always happy to get more St. Louis peeps, St. Louis area peeps in on this action. That's the one we hit earlier. Oh, I think he is. That's a good point too. Yeah, Black Magic, if you want to send that to him as well, it'd be pretty convenient. But yeah, otherwise I can definitely get it to him as well. And no obvious things. The question really right now is, what does that switch do? Because it doesn't stay activated, whatever this does. Oh. What do it do? Maybe it's like rotating these things around somehow? Oh, that's exactly what it was doing. Because, yeah, this was previously closed. So it's rotating these little wooden pillars. Got his ass. There's a switch in the middle now. There we go. Spawn lots more friends. Lots more big boys. I don't have to kill these guys, but it makes my life easier when they are not walking around trying to zap me. Burn in the countryside. That's right, that's right. This is the Trogdor weapon. Bam. Alright, that one stays lit. That's what we like to see. It's lit, fam. So now the question is, what the heck did that switch do? A constant Hexen, Heretic, even Doom experience. I flipped a switch. What the fuck did it do? And now we're up here. And I can grab more potions, although I think we're full on potions. We do appear to be. Oh, the light's getting illuminated suddenly is unnerving. I should save. I haven't saved in a minute. Got the invite link. Excellent. Thank you, Black Magic. Thanks for sending an invite to our friend Infinite Glitch. Yeah, we're happy to include more peeps, more cool peeps in our community. Been a while since we've done like an official in-person meetup, but in non-Panini times, we would do more official in-person meetups, which would usually be fairly large. There'd be at least 100 people, maybe 200 or so people that would attend total, and there'd be like giveaways. There'd be like usually we'd meet at some place with an arcade or a bar or something like that. So the major events were always a lot of fun. And the informal gatherings are fun too. So it's pretty nice stuff. I like it a bunch. They're always a good time. And there's a lot of really cool people in the community, including Black Magics and Zing, another one of my mods, and several friends that I knew before streaming, but lots of people that I've gotten to know because of streaming. People like Rifle Stud and obviously Mike, and a number of the Extra Life St. Louis people. So lots of cool folks. Low Jeppy, Cupcat, lots of nice peeps. Although I'll admit, a lot of those peeps, I don't get to catch their streams all that often. Like, I haven't seen Low Jeppy stream in a while. I haven't seen Mike in a minute stream. Oh boy. For that matter, I haven't had a chance to I haven't had a chance to bug Black Magics in his streams. I need to make sure to hassle him more often. Hassle and wrestle. Oh, get stuck on the wall. Ah, these guys are the worst. Use the green magic. Or not the green magic, the green projectiles. Yeah, Cupcat haven't streamed in a while. Yeah, a number of the people that I'm thinking of in my mind I haven't seen in a while. But of course, a lot of us have been busy with other things. And also, you know, global pandemic, it kind of messes things up. So, understandable. Pull the switchy. Oh, but it doesn't stay pulled, though. The one that has intermittent operations. Another one of my, oh yeah, I just kind of say that offhand, but yeah, like, trying to think of other, like, people, because yeah, admittedly, I mean, usually the way that I typically do it is, like, yeah, when I think about people to add as mods, yeah, I usually think about, like, people that I know at least decently well, you know, either IRL or digitally, and usually, I consider whether or not they stream, because obviously, you don't have to be, you know, you don't have to know what kinds of things are and are not allowed in a person's channel if you don't stream. You know, there's ways to understand these things without streaming. But I do find that understanding a lot of those nuances from first-hand experience does help. And in Zing's case, I know him IRL as well as digitally. I know intimate details about him. I've seen where he sleeps. I've seen his bedroom. I've seen where he rests his head at night. So it's because he hosted a housewarming party about 2 years ago, I think. That's right, Black Magics, that's right. That's still my favorite go-to answer from that one particular question in what's it called? Good old what's it called? In Quiplash. How do you cheer your friend up after a bad breakup? Suck his dick. Works every time. yeah, Quiplash has some great moments, and I feel like when we played Quiplash this past weekend, I was given a number of prompts that were very good prompts that could have led to silly moments like that one, and I feel like I squandered a lot of them. I didn't have any, like, hilarious moments with the really good prompts I was given with the last Quiplash actions, so I wasn't able to capitalize on these great opportunities. Just clicking around, just humping walls. Nothing. Yeah, this room seems significant in some way. That's how we got here. There's definitely, like... I shouldn't say definitely, but maybe there's something here. Maybe I have to squelch more bodies. Well, bam! Yeah, nothing. Okay, well, we'll come back here if we need to. There's still more areas to explore out here. And there's still that switch that does something, allegedly. Maybe. Maybe it does something. Oh, more friends. We are, of course, getting a little bit low on blue magic, so we'll have to switch it off to green magic in a bit. More torches are getting lit. Maybe something will happen in that room once all the torches are lit, fam. Doing well. And some Squid Game, that's right. I've yet to see it, but I've heard it's very good and very upsetting. But I've heard it's a very good series. Like, upsetting because it's well made and tells an engrossing and thought-provoking story that does not make us feel good about society and capitalism and civilization. But it's good, though. It's like, you know, it's good and thought-provoking and well-made, well-written, well-acted. Better than it should be. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, here's a bunch of dead bodies. Am I supposed to splorch all of them? I'll do it. I'll heckin' do it. Do I get a toy or a prize if I squelch all the dead bodies? It's okay. These bodies are already dead. I'm just zombie-proofing them. Make sure they can't come back from the dead to spank my genitals. Up to the last 5 minutes. I don't know anything about it. In fact, I've been intentionally avoiding anything about it. Like, I haven't even looked at the general premise. I haven't looked at them. I've tried to avoid the memes because I want to watch it, and I've tried to keep myself unspoilt. But from what I do know, a lot of people have watched it, and the general consensus is once they're done watching it, I don't know what happens or what the deal is, but yeah, something about the show and finishing it makes people think like, wow, I feel awful. So I don't know if it's because they don't like the ending or if it's because the ending is like heavy-handed. I really don't know, but I am curious. Well made, but the dubs are awful, which is a shame because unless you speak Korean, all we have are the dubs. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You mean subtitles are preferred. Right, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Misunderstood what you meant. I feel like I saw something not too long ago that said that yes, the dubs are not good and the subtitles are better, but according to some people that are bilingual, Korean and English, apparently the subtitles are not great either. Apparently there's like a lot of nuance that gets missed because of the translation. But again, I can't obviously independently verify that because I don't know shit about speaking of languages other than English. Honestly, I can hardly speak English half the time. So I am further removed from any kind of point of authority. Show is set in Korea. There are some mentions of yeah, North versus South Korea, understandably. That is a constant source of frustration and anxiety globally, not just in the Koreas, but in everywhere and their allies. Oh, that was a noise. I'm going to save some juice and hit him with that juice. Oh, they broke on through to the other side. How about that? Usually they get stuck on that. Usually they get stuck on my band-aid. Is my band-aid stuck on me? Subtitles are preferred. Yeah, I would say usually subtitles are like the safer choice. I mean, there are some series, like some anime, obviously, or foreign films that have good dubs. But yeah, a lot of times subtitles are the more, they're just the safer option. Sometimes the dubs are not good, or don't do it justice, you know, or it's just super distracting when the lips aren't syncing up as you would hope. The subtitles are it's an adjustment because some people aren't a fan of having to read while like keeping up with action on screen. Like they have to look forward and also look down. Like I agree, it's a little weird at first, but usually my brain kind of adjusts and I don't have to think about it after a certain point. Glasses in. Okay, sounds good, Infinite Glitch. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Oh boy, more friends. Ouch, and I'm getting blasted. And they're kind of starting to power through these. Let's do one of these. Give myself some juice. Trying to save my ammo, although there is some ammo over here. Actually, some ammo right here too. I was thinking that'd be a nice way to do it to him. Except he powers through. What a cheater. That was not nice. Fireballs, please. Peripherally now after. That's all right. Yeah, that's a good point too. Once you've like consumed or enjoyed enough media that uses that format, it's probably second nature. Like I don't watch a ton of anime or watch a ton of foreign movies, so I don't have like a ton of experience with subtitles, but usually if I'm watching a thing that has subtitles like it and it's a foreign language, it's weird for like a minute or two, and then after a while like I don't notice it. Like my brain adjusts and I'm able to power through without any issues. But yeah, I would imagine once you've really got used to it, it's just second nature. Maybe just drop two of them. You could drop two of them as well. Yeah, dropping two of them is legit. And we rarely run low on them. It seems like I usually have an abundance of these farting potions. So it's not like I have to be super conservative with my usage of these farting potions. I can spread my farts left and right. Whoever wants them, and they can get a double dose if they so choose. We have more ammo now though, which is good. So now I feel more confident. So I guess we're just lighting all the torches in these little side areas. And that's unlocking more things. And the nut dab. Nut. Thank you, Murdercrats. Are we doing well, bud? Nut. And more juice potions. In fact, I should give myself some juice. Right. This guy juking and jitterbugging around. That leads us back to where we came from. Looks like that's the next area, I think. And I don't know why, but whenever I get an opportunity to destroy something, I will take it. Sadly, you cannot destroy these corpses. These corpses are unsoilable. These corpses, unlike my pants, are unsoilable. Ouch. Oh my, that's a lot of friends. Let's hit them with the friend unmaker. The friend eraser. Oh, that's gonna be an annoying room to fight these dudes. Wait for them to get closer. There's a lot of things in the way. Things to block the shots. See, they're having a hard time getting their bolts to me. Except that guy. That guy knows what's up. And now he's dead. Ah! I was hoping there could be some friendly fire as well, but they weren't doing it. They weren't having it. What an odd challenge. All these objects in the room blocking everyone's directions. Just like that, we have full ammo again, which is great. And there's some more friends down there. They're all, of course, melee only, so it's not that big of an issue. Imagine walking in a room like this and being like, oh, ouch, oh, sorry, excuse me, oh, ow, like you're just getting jostled around constantly as you're running into these hanging dead bodies. Or like you're just walking around and it's like, and you just like, this like flab of skin, this bloody skin just like, blah, 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 like you just, oh, it got in my mouth, oh, gross. It seems very uncomfortable. Apparently, the game doesn't like me making fun of it, so it's spawning more enemies on me. It's like, oh, you want to talk shit, Alex? Talk shit, get hit. Get shit. Is this gonna spit me out ground floor? Kinda. Yeah, sometimes they just walk through it. Usually they would get stun locked. No, we'll melee. Definitely tenderizes them. Even if it doesn't kill. Weakens. Weakens and bleakens. Actually kind of hoping he would... there we go. Yeah, they can just kind of power through. Maybe they're like pushing each other. Like, they're like nudging each other forward, like just forcing them through the poison. It spawned a lot of friends, didn't it? I know what that noise means. More dudes. I should be using this weapon as well. So I have an abundance of green ammo, green mana. So I might as well be using it or losing it. It's like we were saying over in Persemoni's chat earlier. We were talking about hoeing, being a proper hoe. And my opinion on the matter is you either get busy hoeing or you get busy going. And I'm not going anywhere, so I guess I'm hoeing. Guess that's what we doing. I'm not sure why I'm here. I guess it's because the game keeps spawning new friends for us. That's how I treat my friends. That's right. That's right. That's right. They either get to hoe or they get to go. It's kind of like I think the original quote that I was thinking of that spawned this stupid thing was, I think it's from Shawshank Redemption. He's like, you either get busy living or get busy dying. I decided to turn that into a weird thing full of degeneracy and nonsense, which is my specialty. One of my specialties. Why are they spawning? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that the game is just spawning an infinite number of enemies now. Because this is getting a little bit egregious. There's a few things. Because there were some areas up here we didn't get to fully explore. We've turned on all the lights, and I think we hit a few bonus switches. So I wonder if these doors are closed. But why? Oh, now they're open. We've definitely been in here. Wait. Now I've been in here. I hold them or I go them to lunch or something. Yeah, I don't know. The tricky thing, the thing about it is you don't want to think about it too much because the more you think about it, the less sense it makes. My comedic genius can't be constrained to your logic and making sense of things. You know, it's if you think about it at all, it falls apart. So the trick is to turn the brain off. To really enjoy the Alex Super Hobbit brand of humor, turn the brain off, and everything's so much easier. E. Thank you for the E, 5-finger. You've heard of T-pose, now get ready for E-pose. How would an E-pose? Like maybe if you were like doing one of these and with a foot sticking out maybe? Here we go, this was the big room. With seemingly nothing in it, and sure enough, it seemingly has nothing in it. So true to form, seemingly nothing. So this is still unchanged. There's probably still something else though. Let's keep poking. Poking and joking. We've explored this area already. That's right. This was the corpse room. There's a door behind here. Hit that switch. That's right. Yeah, this is kind of coming back. So, okay, so that just connects this area then. Is that a switch on the wall? Oh, it's just a moving monster. I saw something and I got excited. the cave. I don't know if I explored this area, though, this direction. Oh, this just spits us back to the main room. We've gone through that area in the top zone there. I guess you're just immune to lava? Is that how it is? Just don't give a shit about lava? That's what's on the streets now? It kind of makes it less fun to fight these guys knowing that there's literally an infinite well of them that's springing forth. I wonder if the game, like, eventually will get sad and slow down from all the bodies respawning then. Or maybe they'll just start to despawn after a while. This is a lot of dead bodies that we're generating. Actually, maybe I can close them with this thing. Oh, I can't press this button anymore. Never mind, no closures allowed. There's anything out here, maybe. Whoop. Whoop. Whoops, fell down. Like, wondering if there's anything up here that I might have missed. Or corpses to splorch. Yeah, this guy's wandering around lost and sad. When you start running out of memory, though, yeah, I was gonna say it might take a minute when you got... I think, how much memory do I have? I think I might have 64 gigs. Maybe 32, I can't remember, but... It'll take a minute. A minute or two. Man, this is tricky, but I'm not giving up hope just yet on finding the proper direction to go, because I'm sure we'll stumble upon it. I might just need to go back up to that little wire fenced area and just see if there was something else that I was supposed to interact with that I didn't get a chance to. So yeah, there's more. In fact, maybe that's the strat. I gotta get up there somehow. I think it was through the cave, right? Oh, maybe there's a branching path inside of here I didn't take. Or a switch I might have missed, maybe. Or a body I didn't aggressively decompose, forcefully decompose. That's one we already hit. That opened up that space. Yeah, it might take a minute. A minute or two. A paltry 20 hours. Hardly an issue. Hardly a blip on the radar, honestly, but it might be a little noticeable. Thank you for crunching the numbers, by the way. Oh, you're saying if it crashed after 20... Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. It would take actually 12 years of running time. That's like what? That's like 12 years. That's like 2 or 3 streams, maybe. So it would take a minute. A hot, lukewarm minute, at least. So we're back up here. More bad guys. Just because you're a bad guy does not mean you are a bad guy. Decomposition assistance. That's right, I'm assisting them. Violently. Violent decomposition assistance. That's my... It's going on my resume now. Seems like I need to get over there, where the ammo is. I want to be where the people are, where the ammo is. 106,000. I'd be willing to bet that 106,000 hours in Hexen beyond Heretic would make me the person who has played this game the most in the entire world. Now, granted, I'm sure speedrunners are well into the thousands, but I think 106,000 would get them all beat. I would beat them all off. Or something. Phrasing. I keep thinking there's gotta be more out here, right? But all that I can really do is look out across and see where I think I need to go next. But the question is, how to reach that zone. So we went all around and fought all these things and presumably solved all these puzzles just to arrive down here. And this, of course, is back in the main zone. What I might need to do then is go back to that cave area again and maybe look to see if there's just another path I missed. Get all these corpses, just stacks on stacks on stacks of corpses. Oh my goodness. My actual goodness. If you can beat them, you might as well beat them off. That's right. Decomposition assistance. Actually, yeah, funny you say that. Yeah, Black Magic's and I know somebody who works at a morgue, so yeah, it's true. It's true. Have a good night, buddy. Here's a bedtime nut. I always sleep better when I get a good nut in me. That's a sentence I'm gonna regret. Thank you for hanging out here, Black Magic. I appreciate you, buddy. Have a good night, my friend. Hold on, I need to add. I'll go in unless another mod beats me to it. What did I say? Quote, add. I always sleep better with a good nut in me. Super Hobbit. I think that's what I said. Something like that. Something very classy. And a little bit assy. How many quotes is that? 125. That's a lot of quotes. A lot of quotes. Not a lot of goats. A lot of quotes, yeah. Yeah, so if that, like, was the path we were supposed to go, maybe. Yeah, let's actually check the map. This would be a good time to use the map, actually. Yeah, there's, like, a little space down her. Oh, I never went this way, did I? There was something. Whoa, we got fire friends. And this lad. This Tekken dude. Yeah, that's the kind of nut that I meant. Yeah, obviously. Of course. That's the kind of nut that I want inside of me. If you're gonna... I want it to... You know what? Nah. Like, I don't want to just intentionally say a bajillion quote fodder things. So it needs to be somewhat organic, right? It needs to be somewhat real. If I'm gonna talk about nut in my mouth, I want it to be... I want it to feel right, you know? I don't want to be a... I don't want to be... you know, known as the streamer. I don't want people to like me because I'm an easy nut, right? Like, I want people to like me because for my personality, not... Oh. I was resigning myself to death. Let's do this. Save. I'm gonna say branching path question mark, because this is a branching path question mark. However, when was the most recent load? Thanks. I guess it would have been this one. Oh, that was when I loaded it. Yeah, that would have been it. That's basically, I want to see what else could be going on in those caves. But that, my last save was a minute ago. Ouch. Ouch. I just want to explore that cave and see what else was in that path. Because I didn't mean to yeet myself into the next dimension, but it did just kind of happen. So we'll explore with this a little bit, but then I'll probably just go back to that save. Whoa! There we go. Didn't despawn bullet marks? Interesting. Push the wall for like 5 minutes. Ah, for 5 minutes. It would see the bullet mark. It would just crash the Xbox. Interesting. So yeah, if you were the ones spawning all these sprites, you'd be fine, but other people would get screwed over. And I would imagine if this was in multiplayer games, it would cause bullshit. Bullshittery abound, which sounds hilarious. Well, it wouldn't be hilarious to me, though, if I was the one who was a victim of it. But I think it's, in a general sense, it's hilarious. I did not know that, Black Magic. That is fascinating. I'm a hard nut, it's right. Make you work for it. Or something. I think that's what spawns the cave area. Oh. Oh. Here's the corpse room. Corpse party room. They just walk through it. They just don't give a fuck. They give 0 fucks. Like, it hurts them, but then they're like, me. I don't care. Have a good night, Five Finger. Thanks for hanging out, bud. Good rest of your evenings. Some good sleepies. Trying to find where that cavern entrance was. That little cave zone. Here it is. So I just want to see what else is in that little spot. Alright, we have to kill all these heckin' things. And I don't have a lot of juice. On either flavor. Either... What would green be? Lime, maybe? Or no, green is probably like a green apple. So I don't have a lot of blueberry juice or green apple juice. Ouch. That's a satisfying noise. Alright, you know what? I'm getting impatient here. I'm having to do so much to find out what that thing may or may not lead to. It's like, fuck it, man. We'll just keep going. Worst comes to worst, we missed some extra ammo or something. Or some health pickups or something, so it's probably fine. Probably. This is... I don't know. What is this, actually? Dungeons. Wow. Good name. Creative name. What do we call this zone? Well, it's got dungeons in it. Oh, by the way, the deadline to commit our code changes is in 60 seconds. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Just put dungeons and we'll figure it out later. Like the smacking, the flesh smacking noise this weapon makes. Whoosh. Sounds like a wet slab of meat hitting a concrete floor. Oh, we've been here before. Oh, this is... Okay. Yeah, this is back to that same zone then. Okay. This will probably lead to the axe key then. Don't axe me how I know where the axe key is. Let's call it pro gamer intuition. Or something. That's what I tell myself it is. Ouch! It's 1. And 2. 1-y and a 2-y and a you tell me what to do-y. So now we're raising the water levels. That's exactly what we're doing. Raising it up. And to what ends? Oh, okay, that's to drain. Okay, so now we're in the top area. Mystic Urn to get full health. We can drain it back down. Oh shit, I guess I need to be part of that. Oh wait, hold up. So what was the point of this? Oh, I can't use it again. Oh shit, did I break something? So I can't raise it up again? Maybe me raising it up did something else. Oh, there was a little sideways door. That's probably it. So... how's about this? I want to try something. There's the axe door again. Now's my chance to actually explore that area. That I got so excited about. Oh, it was in the other area. Oh, good. Getting pushed by a bookshelf. The greatest anguish ever felt. Bookshelf pushes. Is it down here? Oh, it was over here. No, it was not. I think I'm a dumbass. Crap, how do I get back to that area? I'm trying to remember how I got there. So I want to go and try and do that explorification again. Trying to explorificate. Gross. Oh, it was this way. That's right. Is this teleport? All these heckin' dudes still dilly-dallying about. There we go. They're even spawning out here? Well, damn. So yeah, so what else was there after I fell down the hole and embarrassed myself? Okay, there was nothing here. So after all of that intrigue and curiosity, it leads to nothing. I like the screaming bloody murder. It begs the question of what exactly do we land on? The teleport just brings you right back. So what did we land on? Did we land in a pool of water or something? No, you just land on this metal slab, I think, or something. You just somehow magically wind up here. So anyway, so that's the answer to that great mystery. Now I can sleep at night. And we're back here. So let's see if there was anything else to be done. We turned the levers. The wheels. The wheels. Let's check the other platform door that was like under normal... Oh, more friends here. Under normal circumstances was flat, but now might be sideways, which could let us forward. Also, this area looks encouraging. We see stuff down there. And stuff there as well. I see lots of stuff. I'm sure there are ways to kill that guy that don't involve Firestorm spell, Burning Hands, but it's a very consistent way to kill them quickly and efficiently. Oh yeah. I was gonna say, I know you're somewhere. I know you're lurking. You're either lurking or you're smirking. Or you're grunting at walls aggressively. That's how we got here. Can I lurk and smirk? Yes, that's actually very much allowed and encouraged. Some more boys. And they may or may not be back in town. Ooh, glowy. Okay, some shit's gonna happen when I step into that. Before I commit to that, let's poke around elsewhere. There's a little bit more. Ooh. More glowy things. Oops. It's the regular save. So I think we've seen all that there is to see. Let's try this glowy room first. Extra bracers, which I should go and use, honestly, because we're constantly low on armor class. Crisis Remaster is good. That's awesome. Crisis 2, that is. Feels better, and it actually runs well, which is good. Awesome, yeah. Yeah, I've never played Crisis. Of course, I've heard the memes, or seen the memes, rather. I don't even know, like, what kind of shooter it is. All I know is that it's pretty. And it's a shooter. But I imagine there's probably more to it than that. I'm guessing it's to have like a cool physics or something. It's a little bit tricky. There we go. You have to be careful here because there's a lot of room to maneuver here. I'm having a hard time like jumping and shooting through the space. It's like Far Cry. Oh, interesting. Interesting. They did like a Far Cry spiritual successor when Far Cry's still making new games. But that's generally speaking what it's kind of about. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you for your consideration, by the way, Arctic, on, you know, avoiding spoilers and whatnot. Because I do want to play these games, especially if they're getting the Arctic recommendation. I know it's some good shit then. And so that's for the piggo. Orcalator. Nothing else here that I can obviously tell, at least. So, and then it kind of becomes its own thing. That makes sense. Yeah, no longer a Far Cry-esque game. Oh. Of course, I wasn't supposed to do that, but I guess that's fine. I'm just thinking, like, what's the point of this platform here? It's glowy, it's very ominous looking. Thinking there would be something out here. I can't light the trees, burn the trees down. Seems like the main thing with this area is that you get a few secrets. And I like some clever secrets, but they can only take me so far, you know? That's a dead end. Yeah, there's nothing else out here. Let's keep going then. I was thinking there was going to be something that would lead us to salvation. So far, no. So let's keep poking around then. And there's still the question of that one other door that raises and lowers, like that bronze kind of rusted one that we saw earlier. Another torch. Gladly take more of those. So we just came from earlier. Some more friends. Yeah, I think... Let's just go back the other way then. So I think that other door is what I need to utilize then. Because I wasn't expecting this area to suddenly be open. It's nice, but not what I was expecting. That's where we came from. That's the same, that's the same. Alright, so now there should be some new shit this way. This right here. Here we go. This is still the same. Still a pile of dead bodies over there. This is the one that's more exciting, I think. Oh, hello. And maybe this, after all this time, will lead us to the axe key. Can axe the game. This question I've been wanting to axe it all this time. More ammo. Well, shit, now I'm stuck down here. Didn't mean to fall down, it just kind of happened. I've fallen and I can't get up. Help! Help! I'm trying to... Oh, there we go. There's lots of these lads. They're so large and scary looking. There's scales, they're teefers, they're fireballs. And how they're running back and forth without attacking. There we go. It's like a shooting gallery. Oh, it just walks by it. Well, heck. Thought I was a genius tactician at that placement. Ouch. I don't know why I thought jumping through it would be a smart idea. Turns out jumping through poison hurts just as much as walking through it. So we have copious healing potions. Another instance right here where, like, the tiles don't quite match up, so it looks like you might be able to activate something. A little something, something. They both get lowered. Some armor. Falcon shield. Just to block all those falcon punches. Just don't breathe it in. Yeah, I just don't breathe in the poison, man. Only there was a hold your breath button for this poison air. Poison potions. I know in Metal Gear Solid there was a button when you're using the sniper rifle. There's a button to make Snake hold his breath to steady his aim. Of course, he can't hold it forever, but that is an option. So there's that there. Before I commit to that portal, let's see if there's anything else that I missed. Oh. That was the first we hit, I think. So I think that's it. Oh, never mind. I've not been here. Whoa! Was not expecting instant death on that one. Of all things. Aha! Well, I got one of them. Ouch. I didn't, like, kill him with it, but I definitely jostled him. Rustled his jimmies. Like, it's not quite as destructive as it used to be, but it still fucks him up pretty good. Yes, yes, get stuck on it. Oot. Bloop. So which one was that? Was that one back here with the fall to your death doom area? Yeah. You have to make that jump across. Or else you get got. Oh, I killed the mushrooms and it spawned more poison. That's cool. So I need to save. Actually, here, I'll wait for the poison to go away. If I don't save, I'm just gonna get bodied by that gap. Oop. Ouch. Still more. Oh. I fired prematurely. There he goes. It's a lot of blood and a lot of explosions and... Oh, another portal too. So we have 2 portals to attempt to try out here. Now, if I had to guess, this might be the correct quote-unquote portal to use. Just because this area is more involved. Interesting. So another little bonus area. 2 portals to try. One, and of course, I'm always a fan of trying the wrong direction first. I like to do a breadth first search operation whenever I get the opportunity for it. So, I like to go the wrong way first, so to speak. But I might just have to pick one and just hope for the best. This one feels more imposing, though. This one feels like more dramatic. Which is good. Nothing else out here that I can see. Is that a dead end? Yeah, that was a dead end. Let's go and lower the rest of the waters. But yeah, I'll try this portal out here first. See what that leads to. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. But I think, unless there's any giganto surprises, I think we'll be able to finish the main game tonight and then begin the expansion. I almost said the first expansion. I think there's only the one. Deathkings of the Serpent Riders, or I think that's what it's called. And I understand that it adds 3 more hubs, I think. So 3 more, like, large areas, so... It's another stream or two's worth of content still. We're far from being done from this game. Which is good. I'm in no hurry for it to end. There we go. Here's the portal I wanted to try. Save first. Okay. And now we are in a new zone. This is... Oh, Effluvium. We're back at Effluvium. Okay, so we've been here before, just not this particular part of here. Oh, we're back in the main zone. Oh, so this is like a big roundabout way. Oh, so if you were to like no clip or glitch through the wall here, you could like skip a giganto portion of the game, or the level at least. So that's just a nifty shortcut. Exit. Oh god, am I trapped? Oh, there we go. And now we've opened this little shortcut area here, so we're revealing all these things. So with that then, it's down this way. Here's the real portal for real gamers. That's me, I'm a real gamer. So this is dungeons again. Very similar, a related part of the areas we were in earlier. These heckin' dudes. I think they all have friends. A door opened, apparently. That's helpful. Thank you. A door opened somewhere in the Gibbet world. Well, there's a few of them, actually. A few doors, one of which requires a key, obviously. Boots of speed. Not blinding speed, just visible speed, I guess. Boots of visible speed. It's not quite as impressive sounding. So fast, you'll be able to see. Wow, that's really fast. I wonder what I did that caused the door to open. Maybe killing a certain number of these guys. Like, anything beyond a minimum number does something. Hey, hello, whale. Good to see you, dude. Good tidings to you, my friend. We're playing more of this game, and we're, I think, nearing the end of the base game. And then once that's done, we will do some shenanigans with the expansion. And we've been here before. Yeah, we've done this area before. I was informed that a door opened here somewhere, somehow, some way. Is it this door? Does not appear to be open. Looks very closed. Oh wait, this is still dungeons, right? We need to get back to the Gibbet. Gibbet is an odd name for a level, in my opinion. Whoop. So let's see, is it this teleport here? Yes. Yes. No. Shit. I'll figure it out. It all like revolves around this one center space here. So, can't be that hard to figure out, right? I'll just hop up here and jump down into the center area. Just makes my job easier. And it's not here. Gosh darn it. There it is. Here we go. So we go in here. This guy right here. Lower, please. I'd like to ascend. Here we go. And this will take us back to the Gibbet. And that will give us some progress. Progression. The door opened upstairs. Well, I guess we need to find our way upstairs then, don't we? I think that leads to upstairs, I think. Oh, wait, maybe they mean this area. So that's already opened. I don't know, fam. This all looks pretty samesies to me. Ah, here it is. All right, let's save. And allegedly, there's some kind of way where you can soft lock the game after picking up this key right here. I don't know what the soft lock entails. I didn't read any further in the walkthrough when I had to look earlier, but I'm gonna keep that save for a bit because I have a feeling we're not like out of the danger zone yet. It's the axe key. Now that we have it, crack open this door right here. There's an invisibility item. Some of these heckin' jabronis here. These things are super vulnerable to the choking gas potions. More so than other enemies, it seems, because they're so large and chonky. There we go. They can't... They get stun locked. So much easier compared to other enemies. Like, other enemies can kind of walk through them. These guys, not so much. Except when the door pushes them through it. I keep shooting him in the ass. This door thing is kind of annoying. If it would just stay open. I wonder if these things are going to start spinning. I'm just going to start grinding my little hobbit booty down. Can I melee him? No, but that dude is a bad guy that will become activated. I was hoping to like get the drop on these guys. We're on a throne. Oh my. Like the the lighting areas. And Madish, thank you for that follow. I'm sorry for that raid. Thank you very much, my friend. How you guys doing? We're playing some Hexen. This is my first time playing through this game. We played Heretic about a year and a half or so ago, and I loved it. Just use this. There we go. Loved Heretic. And Hexen is good, but it is very tough. Very, very tough. So I'm enjoying it, but we are getting challenge zone extraordinaire. Oh, it's Owls. How you doing, Owls? Thank you for being here. We got Harmony. We got Owls being here as well. There's Madish. Thank you for being here, friends. Thank you. How was your stream, Madish? I see you were doing some City Skylines. That's awesome. Owls, thank you for joining as well. Thank you for that resub, my friend. Thank you, my man. 3 months. That's very kind. Owls, did you have something to do with this raid? Did you direct this raid? Thank you for being here. Got the Civ Squad, that's right. Owls suggested we come hang out. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Thank you to Owls for initiating the raid. And of course, to Madish for actually making the raid happen. Admittedly, this game is a little different from Civilization 6 and from City Skylines. It's a little different. Although, one of my friends has an interesting theory when it comes to Doom, like old school Doom and Heretic and Hexen, all these Doom-like games. He believes that these games are, at times, less first-person shooters and more like first-person puzzle games. Because sometimes you have to use your resources wisely. You have to, like, you only have so much ammo and so much resources to get from point A to point B. So you have to, like, make hard choices about what enemies to kill and what enemies to avoid and how to get from this point of level to over here, that kind of thing. So he said that he feels like a lot of people don't consider the puzzle elements to games like this. So I guess there's some overlap. But thank you, Madish, as well for that follow. And yeah, how did your game go, by the way, Madish? Also, if you have any clips you want to share, if there were any like ridiculous moments, like, oh man, this ridiculous thing happened in my game, I have a clip from it, it's hilarious, you got to check this out. I love seeing stuff like that. So if you got something you want to share, you're welcome to do so. Learning it after a whole year. You mean like, yeah, like you haven't played it in a year? Because I've never played it ever, so you've got a year on me. Or at least a stream on me. System Shock, yeah, that was another example he threw out, was like System Shock as being another good example. System Shock is arguably even less of a shooter, especially because that was before mouse and keyboard. Well, I guess it was just keyboard, but no mouse controls. I keep thinking maybe there's something over there, but I think these are invisible walls. So it seems like this is a dead end for now. Surely something else must have opened up, though, after going through all this. We reached this room, and it appears to be a dead end. So let's see what else this is. This, of course, is a blind playthrough. I've never played this game before. And we're reaching the end of the game, believe it or not, but there is an expansion that will start after this game finishes. So we're far from done. It's weird. Did I hear a noise? The door won't open. So we are trapped here for eternity, it seems. Maybe I just sit on the throne and I teabag on the throne, maybe. Just people not being able to drive. Have a great night, Mattis. Thank you again for that raid and for the follow, directing your followers here. And thank you again to Owls, directing the raid. Very sweet of both you and to everyone who joined in from said raid. I'm looking forward to checking out your stream as well. Thank you again. That was very generous. Very sweet. Especially good. It is getting late, though. I do recognize it's getting late, so I wouldn't hold it against people for needing to hop to bed. Of course, most people have normal sleeping schedules and responsibilities and whatnot, so I would not hold it against you guys. But be able to hop off. Also, this is a little bit worrisome. I see the door is closed, and I don't know what else needs to be done here. I was informed that there is a game-breaking soft locking bug that can occur sometime after you acquire a certain key. I wonder if this is the key and if this is the moment that can cause breakage. Because there's nothing else in here that I can see. Maybe I'm supposed to break the door down with my melee weapon. Nope, probably not. Getting desperate, obviously. There's like a hidden switch somewhere. Or again, this like... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's death. Very good. Leads to death. So if you crouch jump, it leads to an untimely doom. I wonder what I wasn't doing. What I was or was not supposed to do there. And Himani, that's correct. Thank you for the extra life reminder. We actually have a marathon coming up very soon. In 2.5 weeks thereabout. We have a 24-hour marathon. I'm very excited. It'll all be for charity. We'll be playing a wide variety of games. Some weird games, some legitimate good games, some spooky games. Variety times abound. It'll be pretty good. I'm pretty excited. I love how effective that is. Yeah, 24-hour marathon. It's going to be fun. November 6th. We'll start at around noon my time, noon Central Time. And then from there, go until noon on Sunday, honestly. Oh, you're doing Extra Life as well, Hermione. That's awesome. Split in half for the weekend. Yeah, I did that one year. I did 12 hours on Saturday, 12 hours on Sunday. That's a legit strat as well, honestly. It is. It is. This will be my 11th year in a row, I think. And I can tell you, it does not get easier as I get older. Because I am 32, and I'm not the rambunctious, virulent, and wild young rapscallion that I once was. I'm now an elder 32-year-old. I'm not old, per se. I don't think I am. But I do recognize that these things don't get easier as we get older, so it's something I'm trying to be mindful of. Yes, still can't open the door to leave, by the way. So we killed those guys. And these guys decided to spawn. Oh, and that is opened up. Interesting. Yeah, 2 passages have opened up, because those didn't open up last time, I don't think. So that's the piece here that didn't happen last time. Oh my. I could maybe have gone with another casting of the BFG. This game's equivalent of the BFG. Is your 6th year? That's awesome. That's awesome. No, that's legit. You're oh, same age, Hermione? Hell yeah. Fellow 30-pluser. That's what I like to hear. Us 32-year-olds, we got to stick together. Born in the late 80s, we got to stick together. It's rough out there. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, fellow Extra Lifer, that's always good. It's always fun getting to like trade notes with people who also do Extra Life and have been through the gauntlet. It's a lot to go through, obviously, and 6 years is no small matter as well, for that matter. You know, 6 years is incredible. Oh, it's another one of these freaking guys. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Now, this is odd. We have to, like... I'm gonna make a separate save here, just to make sure there's no shenanigans. Go and use it. I like to use it. Bam. This guy is not easy to fight, especially when you're low on ammo, like I am right now. I have to get a little bit creative. if he's gonna start flying around. See, I don't have much ammo to go by here. Being in flying mode is not a good idea for this boss battle. Is he able to hit me still? No surprise there. But yes, 11 years though, it's true. Yeah, I actually remember very fondly that my very first Extra Life stream was my first live stream. It was my first introduction to live streaming. Before I was on Twitch, I was on YouTube a lot. I was never very popular on YouTube, and I'm still not. But that was my start with content creation back in the late 2000s. 2008, 2009, I think. Thereabouts. There we go. And my friend Justin and Dave and a few other friends of mine, kind of one big friend group, they had done Extra Life the previous year, 2010, I think. And I was still in college at the time, so I couldn't commit to it. But in 2011, I graduated, so I was able to participate in Extra Life. It was my first live stream ever. I made an account on Ustream, I think. So Twitch existed, but I wasn't aware of Twitch at the time, so I just looked up, like, what's a live stream platform? This was one that popped up. This was my first ever stream. It was full of technical problems, and it honestly wasn't very good. There's no record of it, but it happened, and I was like, well, it was fun, though. I enjoyed it, and Extra Life seems pretty cool, and we just did it every year ever since. Did it every single year, and it's always a lot of fun. Usually, it would be like, in non-pandemic times, we would do it with like a large group. We would do like a LAN party. We would all get together, and we would play multiplayer games together, like Counter-Strike and like Team Fortress, that kind of stuff. You know, we would just do a lot of multiplayer stuffs, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of ammo. I hit him with one of these. Actually, I could replenish my supplies with one of these. Bam! I got the full juice. I keep getting stuck on these dead bodies, hanging from the ceiling, aggressively. Task manager stops responding. Oh no! What game are you playing, Elgaso? So that I know to, if I were to play it myself, so that I know to be wary of leaving it open for too long. Because yeah, if task manager is struggling, that's not a good sign. It's tricky knowing when he's susceptible to the green shots or to any kind of damage, for that matter, because right now he's bouncing off them. Maybe it's when he has the stuff revolving around him. Got the little purple friends revolving around him. Although he kind of always has that, doesn't he? Like that hit him, obviously. Now he's got the purple friends. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's right, they killed me because they couldn't target him. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not pick up the flying stuffs, maybe. Hero's Hour. Oh, that one. Yeah. I think you've told me about Hero's Hour. Alright, so let's be on the ground for a bit then. And now I know. I think it's a matter of watching for the little rotate friends. He uses an ability. He's vulnerable for a bit. Yeah, that's the strat. And then they pop up again. Okay, now we know. Now we know when he's vulnerable. So I'm not wasting ammo then. So don't shoot him right now because he's got the invulnerability bullshit. Like he has the dice hovering above his head. I don't think they're actually dice, but that's what my brain goes. They look like Dungeons and Dragons dice when I look at them. Awesome. Does 4x games? Do you mean like 4 times speed, so it's really fast? Because yeah, I'll definitely give him a follow. For future raid, so that I can raid them in return. Which is always fun. It's always fun being able to like return the favor. Oh, oh, okay, that's just what civilization is called. It's like a generic term. We're hurting them. We're hurting them, and we're squirting them. Oh, okay, no more squirts. Squirts are canceled. And he's invulnerable again. I wonder if I can do this without using... Oh, he's spawning friends. If he's spawning friends, he's getting desperate. Oh, I'm out of juice. There we go. Refill. And AC refill as well. AC, of course, meaning air conditioning. Refilling my air conditioner. Air conditioner ammo. Ouch. See, this guy's being a goober out here. Explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. I like it. That's like a generic term then for like that style of game. That makes sense. He's definitely hurting, but he's not squirting. Trying to shoot his friend. We still get to rotate. Not anymore. He's vulnerable. Time to strike. Okay, not anymore. No more strikes. Spawning a lot of friends, which I'm not as big of a fan of. Usually I'm all about, you know, the more the merrier, but like a rare exception. There he goes. You hear that noise? He like popped like a cork. Thump. Oh, fuck. Something exploded bigly. New portal has spawned. Did I not grab the flying wings? Oh, I did, okay. So it begs the question of what the hell do I do with these flying wings? Actually, I don't even know if I can leave this zone because the door closed behind me. Whoa! Hey, Chuck, how you doing, bud? Thank you very much, Chuck, for that resub. 19 months, holy shit, thank you. Thank you very much, Chuck. It's good to see you, bud. We're on what I think might be the final parts of the base game for Hexen, but once Hexen is done, we also have the expansion. So we still have a bit of Hexen action ahead of us after the main game is done. That was the end of that hub. I think there's one more. Realms of the Dead. Contest with the forces therein. The very gates of despair. But whether how he shall return again to the world of light, no one knows. Damn. Is all it says at the end? Is that me, like, the protagonist saying, like, damn? Here's Mega Satan.
Are you strong enough to face your own masters?
Well, damn, I don't know. Oh, it's okay, Check. No, we're happy to have you here, bud. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so we have some new friends. Okay. Alright. Let's just hit him with some friend juice. The heat-seeking, friend-seeking missiles. Someone tells me these guys are probably pretty beefy. Pretty chonky. There's a lot of them, too. Yeah, I think this is the final level, and it will lead to the final boss battle. I have no idea what the final boss battle will entail. There wasn't really much of a final boss battle in Heretic. It was just like fight a bunch of strong enemies was the final boss battle. It was kind of underwhelming, so I wonder what this game's gonna have. No one. Oh, it's sweet of you to say, Chuck. I appreciate you, bud. It's very sweet of you. I always try to make everybody know that kind of thing is never expected, but of course it is appreciated. More friends. Like their death animation where they explode into guts and blood and red and fucking metal. Ben drowned. There he is. There's a lot of ammo and health pickups here, and a lot of bad guys as well. Chris, I'm guessing these are like developer headstones, maybe. Easter eggs and such. Kevin. Are they spawning in? Or are they like respawning, that is? Or are they just... This is a one-time thing, I wonder. Some Mexican sodas. Oh, nice, dude. The only kind of Mexican sodas I'm aware of are like Coca-Cola that was bottled in Mexico, and Yarritos, which I've heard are quite nice, but I've never had one. I've heard they are very pleasant. I actually sell them at my local grocer, so I don't really have an excuse for not having tried one yet. Also kind of dark in this area. I hope you guys can see it okay, but it's a little bit dark on my side. Dark and spooky. That is a very satisfying death animation. I think they might be respawning. Oh, and now I'm dead. Reavers. Well, that's not very nice. It would have been this one? Yes. Doritos, yeah, the lime one's good. Excellent. Because, yeah, I'd be curious to know what's, like, the good flavor to go with. So if the lime is the Czech special, then I know it's gotta be good. So now that we know that these guys are, I think, respawning to at least some degree, I'll have to get a little bit going here, a little bit fast here. A little bit fast and a little bit sass. This ghost lad's just tearing him to shreds, man. Love it. Oh my. Lots of gas potions. Oh god. More spirits to do my bidding. Just popping them left and right. Hell yeah. Oops, I just poisoned myself. Potioned and poisoned. They're giving us a lot of resources and equipment, it seems. I don't think these guys are respawning, hopefully. Mango are awesome. That's the one you're drinking right now? Awesome, man. It sounds great. You've definitely sold me on them. Whoa. Oh, shit. 3 health. See if I can... There we go. Get the refill. So these guys out, they can't follow me through here. God damn. Oh, you hurt so good, man. Okay. Is there a switch on the wall? No, there's not. But they're definitely respawning. Some bullshit if you ask me. Okay. There's a portal over there. I'm just gonna have to... Oh, there's more of them. Okay. I'm just gonna have to start going through these portals and just see what happens. And just accept the fact that there will be constant combat. I shouldn't corner myself. That'd be a bad time. I say right after I corner myself. Yeah, there are definitely several of them that didn't pop out, so I'm going to do this. Then watch my 6. Oh, that didn't kill him though. Or I got one of them. Not gonna kill both of them though. There we go. Okay. Got his ass. Music to my ears, hearing that potion do its business. Boop. And now this is... We're back at the gibbet, really? Interesting, okay. Long, slender hallway. We'll probably be back at that hub fairly soon. Ouch. Ah, yes, it's working. Big Mexican soda industry. Yeah, that's right. Everyone has their price. Sometimes it's tasty Mexican sodas. Understandable thing to be tempted by, honestly. A lot of options though where you're at. That's unfortunate. I know thanks to the pandemic and probably Brexit to at least some degree as well, but I know here in the States the pandemic has affected a lot of supply chains. So yeah, like at the grocery store, there's a lot of things posted where it's like, yeah, sorry, there's not a lot of variety. Certain distributors and certain supply chains have been affected, so some varieties of things are harder to come by. Like for a while there, Gatorade was kind of hard to find. It looks like it's back in stock now. Last I was there, but there was a time where Gatorade was in short order. Well, that worked out well. However, what does that mean for Alex? What did I do? Did I like press this? I'm scared to go down there. This place is scary. But I'll have to go down there eventually. It's like it opened up before it scrunched them. So I think if it starts to open up, then I'll be nervous. But until that happens, I'm probably free of scrunching risk. Come on, walk into it. You know you want to. They don't want to do it. They just stopped the flavor. Yeah, I think there was something similar where they would produce regular Coke, but yeah, and maybe Diet, but that was about it. What Czech means is the first lockdown from like 1918 during the Spanish flu outbreak. So Czech is over 100 years old is what he means. Ouch. It was pretty epic. Yeah, hey, Irosa, what's up going on, bud? It's good to see you. It was pretty epic. Yeah, it was unfortunately epic for the wrong reasons, but yeah, it was pretty significant and very memorable for many reasons. Yeah, it would have been about a year and a half or so ago, because it would have been like March, I think. And I remember I just happened to I happened to have that week off from work, not for any particular reason, but just because my PTO was reaching the maximum threshold. So I was off that week, and I was streaming Pathologic, of all games to be streaming when a fucking pandemic is raging, like first beginning rather. And that was very surreal. And it's a good game, and I want to go back and play more of it, the other characters and such. But yeah, that was like a weird... It's still a weird thing to be playing during that time, honestly. Good Monkey Ball character, JD? Hell yeah. Now, is that game out yet? Or is it like I figure if they're still announcing stuff, I'm guessing that means it's still in development. Or maybe it's like DLCs, maybe. But yeah, it's like I know they've been talking about certain characters getting added at 6 months off. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, it's like 6 months off. No, under normal circumstances would be great, but I know it's stressful for a lot of people. But yeah, it wasn't bad for everybody though. Yeah, it's like honestly, my pandemic experience was pretty all right, honestly, all things considered. I mean, I've talked a lot before how I have a pretty cushy job. I'm able to work from home, and I'm still primarily working from home, actually. That will likely change fairly soon. They'll probably the top brass at my employer really wants everybody to come back into the office, even though a lot of people really like and prefer to work from home. The top brass has made it abundantly clear that they are not okay with that. So it's like which is weird, because that's like, without naming the company that I work for, one of their main like selling points to potential employees is like, yeah, we have a very flexible work from home program, and they do, but there are certain flexibilities of the program that they're less flexible on, so to speak. So they usually like some kind of minimum activity in the office, which, you know, I get it, but it's a little bit unfortunate, because I really like it. I really like working not in an office, but it's not up to me, I suppose. Beyond my pay grade. Banishment. Oh, hello, shit. Almost banished me to the Shadow Realm there. Who's your favorite character, JD? It's pretty good though. Yeah, I mean it's Monkey Ball 1 and 2, right? Got a new phone, Pixel 6. Nice, dude. That's exciting. I still have a Samsung Galaxy S8. I'm so far behind. I'm like, my phone's like 3 years old, so I could probably stand to upgrade at some point. And my phone is showing its age in some ways, but it's not showing its age enough where I can fully justify to myself buying a new one. So I'm holding off, but I feel like I should treat myself, you know? Sell office space. Well, that's the thing. That's one other point of frustration for me, JD, is again, my employer, I'll just speak generically. My employer back in like December of last year recognized that the pandemic will eventually end, or at least slow down. And when that happens, there will be some kind of return to normalcy with the office and whatnot. But they recognize that, yeah, like there is probably less interest in having everybody in the office full time. maybe we could do, you know, like some kind of flex schedule, that kind of thing. So they basically sent out a survey to all employees saying, like, anonymously, saying, like, what department, like, division do you work in? And, like, the department divisions are very, very large, so it's not really much for identifying information. Basically saying, they're like, what overall division are you in? And when the pandemic ends, what would you want? Would you want to work from the office full-time, work half in the office, half in the from home, or work from home full-time? And I'm not privy to the numbers, like to the percentages, but allegedly, the number of people that said that they wanted to work from home full-time was like way higher than they were expecting, and also way higher than they were comfortable with. And they basically said, like, yeah, we're not willing to accommodate this. Like, we'll give it to some people. Everybody else, you have to do the middle option, or you know, or better, or higher, I suppose. But then, and they have downsized their office space accordingly. However, the remaining office space they have neglected to get, or they have refused to get rid of, and they use having that office space as a reason to say we should have more office activities, because, like, oh, we rent out this office space, you guys, we really should be using it. It's like, motherfucker, we told you we don't even want it anymore. You can get rid of it, it's fine. Don't give us a thing we don't want and then hold that thing that we don't want over our heads as a reason for other activities that we're not down for. So it's just a mild frustration point. It's a you know, a first world problem. Honestly, it's really not the end of the world. And if I have to go into the office a couple days a week, it's fine. I mean, I'll fucking do it. You know, I'm not gonna throw a hissy fit over it. It's just frustrating to me where they came really close to kind of getting it, and then they just kind of waltzed right past, like, the point. They, like, kind of waltzed right past, and they were like, yeah, I'm just gonna not acknowledge, you know, what people are kind of getting at here. So it's just frustrating. You know, that's how work goes, man. Work is frustrating sometimes. Sometimes the top brass does shit that baffles and befuddles. So that's just how it do sometimes. Let me get this guy, because that's, I was gonna say, that's gonna take care of him. Ouch. I'm not careful, he's gonna take care of me next. Ouch. Okay, we're good. Monster Rancher. Oh, nice. Monster Rancher. Yeah, I mean, I have some friends that have experience with Monster Rancher. I'd never heard of it until the announcement was made for the new games recently. Well, that's not true. I'd heard of it, but wasn't really on my radar, honestly. The S6. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. For a travel. Oh, that's lame. Yeah. I think I had the S4, and now I have the S8. So apparently, it takes me like 4 models, aka 4 years, to upgrade phones and such. Save a lot of. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of places are realizing we don't need to rent out the space because people don't want it, or people aren't utilizing it, or don't want to utilize it rather. Block push notification. Yeah, it's like you could do it that way. That's right. But yeah, it's like doesn't really resolve the central issue though. Yeah, serving ads you've already paid. That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, mine hasn't done that in a while, but I think when I first got it, I think it gave me some of that same kind of shit, Elgaso, so I'm right there with you. It is frustrating. Let's see. Oh, still more. A lot of these guys. These guys are very slow to fight. They're hard to fight, but also slow to fight. Just not very funsies. $300. Oh, you're saying $300 is like a cheap enough price for it? I mean, I guess everyone's kind of breaking point for that is different. For me personally, I don't know, $300 is a lot of money. Although I guess it would depend on other parameters of the contract that I probably had to sign, though. I can't remember how much I paid for my current phone, but I think I was able to get a pretty significant discount on the phone. Because it was a new... Because I joined Sprint. Sprint's my phone provider. I was switching over from my parents' plan. I know, I was in my late 20s and I was still on my parents' plan, so I was like, you know what, I should probably be a good boy and be on my own plan finally. So I just made my own account, and since I was a fresh new customer, I got like a nice deal from Sprint since I was able to get my phone and join up relatively cheaper. So I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it's pretty not bad. 300 sounds flimsy. I don't know. I mean, phones are like pretty expensive. It's like $600 to $800 now. I would say I don't know. I would have a hard time pulling the trigger on that much of a price. Usually you can find some kind of way to get it cheaper, but it's a tall order. That was flagship price, but it was. There's no shame in it. No, there's not, but I didn't really have much of an excuse to be on it. And my mom and my stepdad are good-natured about it. They weren't like gonna boot me off it, but they when I mentioned that I was considering it, they were like, yeah, that's not a bad idea, Alex. I mean, they made it clear that they weren't gonna kick me off it, but they were supportive, so to speak. It's like, you got a full-time job, you can handle it, Alex. It's like, yeah, I know, I can, so it's okay. Well, about $1,000 for the top of the line, really? I guess I haven't been on the market for a while. 40 pizza rolls, JD, holy shit. JD, I think that means you're about to ascend to the next level of human evolution. So when you level up to the next life form, I hope you remember us when your brain is... Oh, Jesus! When your brain is Jesus. When your brain evolves past the point of normal, boring human consciousness. iPhone XS. Oh, so yeah, the iPhone stuff kind of tipped the edge. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I hadn't saved in a minute. There's a lot of bad guys that we're killing. And it's mostly these slow, annoying things to fight. Which I'm not a huge fan of, so that's frustrating. Door is closed. Hit that switch, and yeah, these have not illuminated yet. Brits are just getting screwed on price. Yeah, maybe, because yeah, 1,000 seems like a lot. First phones cost more than 1,000? First cell phones ever? I mean, honestly, I can't remember, honestly. Unless we're talking smartphones. I mean, I know the original iPhone was expensive, but I can't remember how expensive. Smartphone market that spawned after the iPhone. So $1,000 plus around 6 years ago. Okay, so it's been that way for a little bit. There we go. Here's this again. I'm not gonna get bamboozled this time. I'm gonna place a bunch of these. Oh, that's why I got. They poured in from the other side too. Ready for the cacophony of all these things choking to death. That's right, how it kind of divides so evenly. There we go. Where they're gonna sneak up behind me, because that's what happened last time. I think that's how I got sandwiched. It wasn't even a tasty sandwich. It was a death sandwich. Yeah, that's honestly like the breaking point I'm waiting for, is like for it to become so slow and arduous to use that I just get pissed off and feel the desire, the burning desire to just get a new one because I'm getting impatient. Or if there's like this crazy good deal, like around Black Friday. In fact, I think that's how I got my current phone. It was like a Black Friday thing, and I just happened to be on the market, so it was just good timing. They can block instantly. They can block while they're in that animation. That ain't some bullshit. Like, I might be choking to death and my lungs are filling with blood and exploding, but I can still block bullshit. Still block projectiles. Excuse me. The XS. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm actually not familiar with the XS at all. I remember like the iPhone 4 and like this, and the iPhone 6. I know there were some controversies with like some issues that those phones had, that kind of thing. So I remember like the spicy points, but that would have been like 2010. It's a while ago. Okay. So we've hit that switch already. Here's some armors. Oh boy. Ooh. It's actually hoping I'd be able to get multiple lads. Oh, I am getting multiple lads. There we go. Crowd control, man. That's what it's all about. That and the hokey pokey. So we're hitting a lot of switches, and I don't think we're getting a lot of stitches. At least I'm hoping not to. The Xperia, was that like a flip phone? And then X3, XZ, Pixel 4, Pixel 6, yeah. Apparently my bullets can poison, or at least they poison me. I don't know if they poison bad guys, but whenever I get hit with my own bullshit, I get poisoned. 1,000 price point for the first time. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember this. I don't doubt it, but yeah, I don't remember it. These are all smartphones. Oh, okay, cool. I got you. Didn't have phone till you were 18. Let's see, when was my first cell phone? I think my first cell phone was when I was... I want to say 15? Maybe 16. I was in high school. Yeah. I was either a sophomore or a junior. It was probably sophomore. Maybe like end of sophomore year. That would make sense. Ooh. And that would have been like mid-2000s, like 2005, 2004, somewhere around there. Thereabouts. And those were, of course, in the days of flip phones, the simpler time period. The Nokia 3300. Yeah, I never had any Nokia phones ever. My first phone was a Virgin Mobile phone, actually, and then the one after that was the singular, standard issue, gray flip phone that a lot of us would know if we saw it. I can't remember the model name, but it was Singular was the provider, and they were pretty good. I thought they were all right. Singular has long since gone the way of the Dodo, but they were pretty neat for a while there. So they're not spawning in from there. They're only spawning in from this little half here. Ouch. The Nokia 33100. Yeah, my mom had one as well, and they were very ubiquitous. So yeah, you were not wrong. They were very, very popular, very ubiquitous, and that's all that was out there for a long time. I mean, Nokia had the market pretty well cornered. BlackBerry came along and introduced some new stuff. Motorola came around. The Motorola Razr, that's what I had after the Singular phone. After my Singular, Cingular, after my Singular phone crapped out, yeah, I got one of those hot Razr flip phones. Those things were very popular and were pretty stylish. I mean, we kind of clown on them nowadays, but back then they were pretty cool and pretty nice. They worked pretty well. I think some people said that they experienced some issues with like the flip hinges breaking on them, but mine, actually, I think I still have mine. It might even still turn on, although I'm sure the battery's dead. I would need some kind of way to crack it back open. It's fucking die already, holy shit. Facebook Metro. Yeah, it's the thing, like, yeah, we just use the landlines most of the time. Just call the house line, that kind of thing. That was usually what we did pre-cell phones. All these dead bodies. All these boys, all of them are back in town. Nokia 33100 though, yeah. Android device was Droid 3. Motorola's was the first. That was your first Motorola one, yeah. First smartphone, that is it. Oop. Okay, he's dead. Little Motorola jingle. I think I don't know if I know it off the top of my head, but I would know it if I heard it. I remember the little, like, hello, Moto. Motif. Which is always fun. There's a few things that stick in mind. If I could find a charger for my old Razr, I bet I could power it up. Well, I say that maybe unless the battery has fucking imploded. Check my storage areas in my closet. Razr was that was your first one, really? That's awesome. Yeah, I think I got a Razr in like 2006, 2007. Oh, it's a password. Star, Moon, Star. I'm thinking of like Moon and Star from Morrowind. What time is it? Oh, fuck, it's almost 1. We'll have to wrap up pretty soon here. I was hoping I'd be able to beat this main game tonight, but it is getting late, and we got stuck on several parts of this. Might have to have the thrilling conclusion be Thursday. Insig, what's up, bud? Good to see you, Insig. Do people clown the Razor? I think we look back on it with nostalgia, but I think people say that it was like, maybe clowning isn't the right word. It was like we look back on it and admire its quaintness. So I guess it's not so much clowning as it is like more reminiscing and thinking like, wow, we thought this was great. Like we thought it was wonderful. And it's pretty meager by today's standards. The internet did go nuts. Yeah, they were awesome. They were really cool. And yeah, allegedly some people had issues with them, but I never did, and I thought it was pretty neat. Loading screens aren't consumer ready. Still aren't consumer ready, that is. That's the thing too, because there's a new Razor, and it's cool, but yeah, I have no idea how good it is. It wouldn't shock me if it still had issues. The Razor, what about the Crazer? That's the cranberry Razor. But with cranberries and raisins. Is that the Bop, the Hello Moto? I wonder if I'll recognize it.
Hello Moto.
That's the one. It was like one of the default ringtones. This is uploaded on in 2008, by the way. Holy shit. I want this played at my funeral, says one person. Very good. I can hear the bass. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because in those the speakers on the actual phones themselves, they were great for their time. Has some other issues though, or so similar issues at least. A crease forms in the center, right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're taking like any kind of folding touchscreen. Yeah, folding touchscreen sounds so cool, but yeah, it really seems like the technology is just not there yet. And how could it be? It seems like seems like it would need some pretty significant refining for it to be flawless, like it kind of needs to be. Because yeah, it seems like it would just degrade pretty quickly. So a star, moon, star. Now, oh, was that our friend? Or is it a boss battle? Oh shit, maybe I should save. Because it looks like the fighter, one of the other classes you could play as. Sneeze, hold on. Well, maybe. Do I have to sneeze? I'm thinking about it. Or maybe not. I thought about sneezing. Just need a lot of work though, yeah. Some speedrunning Mario Kart 64 stuff. I haven't caught up, or been caught up on the updates. Are you a friend? You are not a friend. He is very fast. Yeah, this is one of the other playable classes. Wow! Zedek. Or like Zedek. These nuts. Ouch. Let's just fuck him up for me. What if he has like a similar amount of hit points that I do? And he's dead. Yep, this just does all my work for me. I got a sword. Or something. The glaive seal. So it is not a weapon. And before I take those portals, let's see what else there is. Other than some new friends. No, I did watch a Summoning Salt video 6 or so months or so ago that kind of talked about some of the interesting and like noteworthy developments of Mario Kart 64 speedruns and shortcuts getting discovered, that kind of thing. That's really been my only involvement with like keeping up with Mario Kart 64 speedrun stuffs. I've never really, I think I've probably watched some speedruns, probably, knowing me, because I do enjoy speedruns, but yeah, I don't really keep up very well. I would say I keep up with the speedrunning community less so than over the past couple years. I've kind of fallen off from keeping up with them like I used to. I used to be much more on the up and up, and nowadays I'm out of the loops. Brother, can you spare some loops? Is there an advantage? It just seems nice, but yeah, I don't know if there's an advantage other than just being stylish and sleek. Looking neat. I'm guessing this is still the same. Now it's circle, circle, moon. So if we have another password to enter anywhere. Have a good night, Harmonia. Thanks for hanging out, my friend. Thank you for joining in from the raid from Mattis. That was very sweet. It's very, very kind of you to join in. And like curved monitors. I know curved monitors are pretty nice, and yeah, like it does give you a little bit more real estate. I mean, they're expensive, but they're pretty nice. Go through this one. Oh, I thought this was like a portal. Oh, okay. So the glaive is just a thing that unlocks more things then. The V60, that's right. Yeah, I know you showed us some pictures of your workstation in the Discord server. Let's go back out the way we came then. And of course we'll have some things to fight. There's a lot of these lads. There we go. Yes, spirits, do my bidding for me. The way that you shredded Zedek in that boss battle, that mini boss battle that we had, where he just got completely stomped. It was awesome. This means there's another challenge somewhere else. In fact, I think I stumbled upon it at one point previously. Barred from the inside. Well, that's not helpful. Also not helpful are these heckin' bros. That won't stop. That won't take a hint. I want to admire the names on the gravestones, but like I got shit to do, man. We gotta stay on it. Imosabe. Whoa. Okay, this is a big scary room. Let's launch big scary ghosts to fuck everything over. Ouch. Spawning in behind me too, man. There's no escape. It's a problem too, they respawn so rapidly. What I might need to do is look to see if I can bind a really nifty and convenient health potion button. Because having to browse the menu is a little bit tricky. Oh my fucking god. There's like, you kill one and I don't know if they're respawning instantly, but it feels pretty instantaneous to me. Use case is gonna disappear when you get the Steam Deck though. That's a fair point. Steam Deck is pretty nice for convenience, although the Steam Deck... Oh, that's right, that's right. You were telling me about how you're gonna use your Steam Deck, Arctic, because yeah, I was thinking about the convenience of portability, which is nice, but it wouldn't replace a mouse and keyboard, but I see what you're saying though. To play Crysis? I mean, maybe, actually. Gonna be pretty beefy. Yeah, it's pretty much this game's equivalent, or this class's equivalent of the BFG, more or less. Where they, except the bad guys can go through walls. Or not the bad guys, the ghosts that it spawns can go through walls. To kill bad guys and like seek them out. The downside, if there's no bad guys to kill, they will turn on you and they will kill you instead. So you want to make sure you definitely got some bad guys to fight. And also it uses a lot of ammo and it pulls from both ammo pools. So you want to make sure that you got the juice to back it up. And that after it's done, there's more things you need to fight. That you have some kind of backup strat. So you don't want to be running out of ammo afterwards. A lot of damage. And I know that's a lot of damage because my screen stayed red for like 5 seconds after it happened. I bet this is the way to go. And I bet it's gonna lead to an area where we fight the mage. Can I close the door behind me? I cannot. All right, well, I can kind of poke around here. Let's go ahead and save, because I hear things happening on the other side of this room. The other side of this door. Portal has been sealed. Oh, I don't like that. Or do I like it? Uh-oh. Choose your fate. Yeah, the door won't open and there's shit happening over there, honestly. Zedek, what about the dick? Zedek. I choose my fate, this one. Looks like my fate is killing bad guys. What a surprising fate for a video game. Your fate. Kill enemies. Looks like it's just flip the switches and kill the bad guys. And like see which door it opens. I'm guessing after I do all these. Oh my. Oh, they're all open now. Well, I'm not going into the big area. Because when I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. If I stay in here, at least I'm protected from the big boys. And whether or not they are or are not back in town. Oh, that was just the corner pieces then. Okay, so we're still not done then. I wonder if I dilly-dally long enough, if the enemies on the other side of that door there are like shooting the door enough times and they're shooting each other enough times, they're just infighting and murdering each other. That's right, yeah, you were telling me about like how that's gonna have more of a utility purpose versus like a mobile gaming device. Although it could function as a mobile gaming device, but like there's a lot of use cases for the Steam Deck that will probably not be common for a lot of other people, but will definitely work really well for what Arctic was describing. Oh, that was it. Okay, I was thinking maybe more was gonna happen. So we got one portal, and then another dead end. And I think that's where we're gonna call it for tonight. I think we'll save right in front of that portal. Presumably this portal will take us to another land of murdering bad guys. And we'll murder bad guys and we'll solve puzzles, and it will take us to fight the it'll take us to fight the mage character. And then once we fight the mage character, we'll get a second device, second MacGuffin, collectible, unlockable key thing. And then that'll let us get to the door that was locked earlier and probably take us to the final boss. It's probably what's gonna happen. Yeah, carrying a laptop or a phone, exactly. Yeah, deck will be more convenient. Linux desktop, which is nice, yeah. And it'll have some plug and play capabilities as well, because you can like plug it into monitors and shit, so it'll be pretty functional, it seems. Dragon Box Pyra, which still just isn't quite there yet. That's right, yeah. So this sounds like a pretty viable option. But yeah, I always like to make sure we've definitely saved. Definitely saved. All right, quit game.